Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday, April 25th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yahoo!
That's right, folks. It's another Thursday night, another exciting Thursday night to talk about all the coolest moments, matches, segments, OMG moments, title changes, historical milestones happening in the world of professional wrestling. And guiding you in this journey is me, your host. I am Jose Casabona. I am also the host of, I'm also the host, the founder, executive producer, and content manager of The Ravens Flock. And on behalf of all of us on this channel, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining me behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week. A man who is yet to finish his story.
What story?
Mr. Juan Arouse.
What's my story? What are we talking about?
That's for you to know and for us to find out.
Thank you for that introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget that, Mr. What's supposed to be my story? Are you kidding me? Not everybody has a story.
You have a story.
What's my story?
And while you can't give the belt over to your mom, Juan, you can at least give it over to Angel Mendez.
Man, I ain't giving Angel shit.
Oh God.
Find your own belt, buddy.
And of course, folks, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the interflockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you're here to rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. We here at the Ravens Flock have been working since 2013 to make your voice our mission, but in order for us to continue to do that and not go into the poorhouse, we want to be able to do this as a full-time job. Because, let's lie to ourselves, we've been doing this for over 10 years, and we've been struggling with the one thing that any middle-aged nerd struggles with more than anything else. Work.
Yes.
And it sucks.
Work sucks.
Regular life sucks really, really bad. But we want to actually evolve upon that. We want to do better than that. And we want to be able to do this as our full-time jobs. With your help and with your support, we can and will succeed. Your continuing support means the world to us, and we appreciate you guys for joining us on this journey and for spreading the good word of the Ravens Flock as we continue onward. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crew nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us with your feedback and your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your taste and your needs. So, we've got Nikki Bella in the chat so far, and we know we got to have plenty of other folks joining in later tonight. But pray tell, Jose, what exactly do we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
On Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Now, before I go any further, I forgot to mention this last night on the Black Files, but a huge thank you to all of you who tuned in to our Super Subathon Deluxe on Sunday, April 21st. We had a wonderful time playing Mario Party Superstars, and we were happy that you all joined us in that amazing hullabaloo of fun and friendship and stabbing people in the back.
And ridiculousness. And spite. Let's not forget the spite.
Yeah,
I was mainly the one providing all the spite, though.
Now,
come on. When it comes to gaming, I'm the biggest shit talker amongst us, even if I don't perform all that well. I talk with the biggest talk. I bark with the biggest bark.
That is true. Now, folks, we are still on
the... Guerrero made his way in. Yay!
Yay! All right. Now, we're still on the road to AEW's Double or Nothing, which is at the end of May at the MGM Grand stage in Las Vegas, Nevada. Things are heating up over on WWE's side as WWE is gearing up for their annual draft, which is tomorrow night. We first have to get through a TV special of NXT called NXT Spring Breakin.
Why do you do this to me?
I don't know. I don't know. Why do they title it like that?
Why must you hurt me so?
Oh no. Please, no, not the Dukes. Not the Dukes.
Hi, K-Storm. Hi, honey.
Hi, K-Storm's Dukes. Please don't hurt me.
But what's important over here for now is that in order for us to actually continue on with this, we need to keep our wits about us. We need to have the right nutrition. We need to have the right power. We need to have the right energy.
That's right, folks. And the Ravens Flock is proudly partners with Glitch Energy, the ideal beverage for all geeks and nerds to help keep your bodies vitalized and supercharged. No matter what physical activity you do during the day, Glitch Energy has got your back.
If you're crunching for an exam, doing a regular 9 to 5, working out hard or gaming hard, Glitch Energy has got you covered. Their gaming smart energy blend comes with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash.
But the most important thing of all is that Glitch Energy tastes great.
Exactly. Last night I went ahead and I downed my entire cup of the flavor Jose was showing off. The Azure Infusion, which is inspired by Creek Memories of Azure. It's a raspberry lemonade flavor, a little higher. There you go. And I thought it was going to be a blue flavoring, but it's not. I had to pay closer attention to the little red bit there. That's the actual color of the flavor. That's raspberry lemonade. And if you guys go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL, you'll get 20% off of your order. And like we mentioned last night, their flavors come in batches. They come in short supply. You don't know when or if any flavor that you might be interested in will stick around because these are in such high demand. So we appreciate you guys, and we invite you to please go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FLOCKFUEL for 20% off of your order.
We thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock channel. You may have made a serious mistake.
Spoiler alert, you did. We are scoundrels, we're scallywags, ne'er-do-wells, and you guys dare to sully your impressive brand with us?
It's okay, we like their brand. So let's move on.
Apparently, do they like our brand?
Who cares? So NXT Spring Breakin has just happened, and we also wrapped up AEW Dynasty, another pay-per-view event that happened on Sunday, April 21st in St. Louis, Missouri, and we also wrapped up TNA's Rebellion, which was on Saturday, 4/20, y'all!
Yay! So Rob Van Dam's birthday. Not the actual guy's birthday. I'm guessing like the kayfabe birthday to the character of Rob.
You're wrong, Juan. It's Matt Riddle's birthday.
No.
Bro.
No.
Ah, okay.
No. Just no.
But before we get to all the fun stuff from TNA and AEW, Juanjo, let's go ahead and begin with our review of this year's edition of NXT Spring Breakin. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, here we go. Now, folks, the opening, the TV special NXT Spring Breakin starts off in a huge way, brother, as these three women are on a collision course. It is a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship, as the defending champion Roxanne Perez puts her title on the line against Lyra Valkyria,
the former champion whom she dethroned,
and Tatum Paxley.
Let's not lie, Tatum Paxley's got it going on.
Yes, she does. Tatum Paxley has turned on Lyra Valkyria after Lyra lost the NXT Women's title, and she has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Like, how dare you?
Cuckoo!
Your betrayal of yourself is a betrayal to me. I don't know. What's her fucking reasoning behind this?
I have no idea. I have an easier time solving the one side of a Rubik's Cube than to figure this out.
Yeah, no, that tracks. Actually, yeah.
So this was an incredibly fun match. All three women had a chance to shine in this opener. And you know what I like? Just a minor thing I want to point out. I don't have a picture of it, but there's like decorations of like spring break all over the stage. They had like fire poise stands on the entrance ramps. They had a picnic. They had picnic bench on the side. They had like a little kiddie pool that's full of that's a ball pit and whatnot. But getting back to the match, this was a great opening match. Lyra Valkyria got the early offense against the two women. She actually did, that one diving drop kick through the ropes that she does? That really cool move?
Oh!
She did it, and she annihilated both Tatum Paxley and Roxanne Perez at ringside.
Damn, girl.
It was truly a lot of fun. But you know what? One of the women who got to shine the most was Tatum Paxley, and I'll continue and I'll say why. As we get back to commercial break, Roxanne Perez actually works over both Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria. A little bit more on Lyra Valkyria, trying to force her to tap out to the crossface again. Yeah, I know.
Oh shit.
But Tatum Paxley, gasp, she actually seizes the opportunity and she locks in a crossface on her own on Roxanne Perez.
Oh shit.
And then, as all the three competitors get back on their feet, Lyra Valkyria fends off against the 2-on-1 assault. She goes back and forth on both competitors, hitting a series of combination strikes, elbows, kicks, double palm strikes. She goes all out on both Roxanne and Tatum Paxley. She hits Tatum Paxley with a beautiful brain buster, but only getting a 2 count. And then, in the closing moments of the match, Roxanne Perez was tossed out of the ring. Tatum Paxley, she hits a beautiful pun-handled half Nelson driver onto Lyra Valkyria, and then she goes over to the top turnbuckle and executes a beautiful 450 splash, annihilating Lyra Valkyria.
I saw it!
And
it was fucking insane!
And in the final seconds, it looks like Tatum Paxley had the match won, but then Roxanne Perez ran into the ring and was able to pin both Tatum and Roxanne Perez to steal the victory. Your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez.
God damn it, Roxy! How could you? You fiend! You scoundrel! How could you do this? Well, I guess you could because you're the champion and you're trying to defend your crown. But how could you? You stole it from under Tatum Paxley's efforts and her 450 splash and everybody's going nuts and I can't believe it. But no.
You know something? If I were the professor and if this was a classroom, I would give Tatum Paxley a solid A grade for improvement because she has definitely improved a lot in her ring work. Like, she's one of the few people that came in through the system of WWE back in 2021 when they were going through their multicolored rebranding, which we don't want to talk about. And she has improved every time she steps in the ring, where it's NXT Level Up, or live house shows in Florida. She's proven that she can go with the best in the NXT women's division.
Yeah, indeed she has, and it's insane. And I'm not, and like I said, I'm not gonna lie. Roxy's been doing a phenomenal job so far. Also, of course, the heel character of her is like, no, you dastardly biatch. How could you?
But also, it's important to know that with the WWE draft coming up and Roxanne Perez already being called up to Monday Night Raw, it's only going to be a matter of time before Roxanne Perez drops the NXT Women's Championship.
Sorry, go on.
But the question is, who would be the challenger to dethrone her now that Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley have already been swept off the game board?
Yeah, right? That's so odd, but yeah.
It leaves a vacuum to fill for the number one contender. But with NXT Battleground coming up later in May, we'll find out soon.
Vicente in the chat was trying to say it's great to have a triple threat match in the women's division that did not have Charlotte Flair thrown in at the last minute.
No. Charlotte Flair's got more serious problems on her hands, or rather, problems on her knee.
Not anymore. Have you seen how Charlotte's been working? The way she runs around, you wouldn't know that she had a freaking knee surgery.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. That woman is not human.
No, she's not. She's built different. No wonder. She's got the touch for some Latino heat.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God,
David Andrade, how dare you?
Hey man, who are we to deny Andrade's true love for Charlotte Flair?
It's not a matter of denying, it's a matter of saying, you lucky bastard, how could you?
Also, Juancho, I'm going to send you something on Messenger. Please check it when you get the chance.
Why would you do that to me?
Because I love you. Don't worry. Sorry. But now let's
say that you love me. Don't fucking lie to me like that. That's a dirty lie.
But let's go ahead and move on to the exciting match of the night, and this one is a beach brawl. And unfortunately, no, it doesn't mean it's a cinematic match which took place over at a beach. That would have been really cool.
It would have been nuts.
It would have been nuts. It is a grudge match between Sol Ruka versus the woman that took her out last year, Blair Davenport.
If I'm not mistaken, Blair Davenport is a multi-time former NXT UK Women's Champion.
No, she has actually not captured a WWE Gold yet.
Seriously?
Neither of them have.
Well, I know Sol Ruka has, and she's still fresh and brand new. But seriously, I could have sworn Blair Davenport caught something.
No, unfortunately, she has yet to capture championship gold, and I hope that changes this year, because at this point, she's just, well, there.
Yeah, and she definitely deserves a little more than this. So, all right, so this is a beach brawl, you say?
That's right. It's basically, it's a hardcore match, no disqualification, all weapons legal, anything go. No! It's a themed match. It's a beach brawl with beach weapons. It's not lazy.
Lazy booking.
Damn it, Juan, it's not lazy. Why do you... Oh, God, now I know Juan's just yanking my chain. All right, but no. This was amazing. They brought in a whole bunch of toys to play with during this match. Instead of, like, normally in a hardcore match, you see steel chairs, kendo sticks, garbage cans, the works. Here, since it's a beach brawl, they brought in surfboards. They brought in the freaking kiddie pool with the ball pit. And they brought in, like, these, like, they're Okay, help me out here, Juan. What's a word for these? They're like surfboards, but they're smaller.
Oh, the little boogie boards.
Boogie boards, there we go. They brought surfboards. They brought boogie boards. They brought the kiddie pool. Shit. They brought beach balls, damn it! Hey, remember when WWE fans would chant CM Punk and would throw around beach balls during WWE matches that sucked?
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, this was definitely not the case. Blair Davenport got the early jump on Sol Ruka, hitting her with a bunch of kiddie balls on the that were at ringside, and then
hit Sol Ruka with balls.
Yep. And then Sol Ruka was able to turn it around, slamming a surfboard right onto the face of Blair Davenport, and then slamming her face with a face buster onto the kiddie ball pit before planting the surfboard on top of her and pretty much riding the wave, brah. Like seriously, Sol Ruka was like posing on the surfboard while it was on top of Blair Davenport on the ground. It was really cool. That was gnarly.
Tubular.
Very tubular indeed. But, of course, as we got back from commercial break, Blair Davenport continued the pressure onto Sol Ruka, choking her out with the steel chair in the middle of the ring. But Sol Ruka was able to turn it around and hit her once again with another, and grab the boogie board and hit a beautiful standing moonsault with the boogie board onto Blair Davenport, but only getting a 2 count. And then the action
continued. What's it going to take?
And then as we continue the action at ringside, Blair Davenport knocked Sol Ruka off the barricade, and it looked like Blair Davenport was going to suplex Sol Ruka through the picnic table, but Ruka was able to turn it around, and both women collided through the picnic table at ringside. Ouch!
Seriously?
Seriously indeed.
Ouch, shit.
And in the final seconds of the match, dazed and full of lumbar tenderness, Sol Ruka was able to capitalize on the opportunity and hit the Soul Snatcher onto Blair Davenport to pin and win. Your winner of the Beach Brawl, Sol Ruka.
Well, it makes perfect sense for the perennial surfer babe of NXT to win the Beach Brawl match, I guess. But I suppose this acrobatic amazement it was able to one-up Blair Davenport, who is by far one of the most dastardly technical wrestlers in the women's division of NXT.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Vicente Guerrero was over here in the chat. I remember the beach balls getting passed through the crowd during Raw. Once it went straight into the ring, and Stone Cold kicked it back into the crowd.
Stone Cold kicks beach balls back into the ground. Says Claudio Castagnoli used to grab beach balls and just tear that shit up.
He's like, how dare you? You insult our sport.
But that being said, I am happy that...
And then Cesaro had a mouthful of turnbuckle.
Ouch. I am happy that Sol Ruka was able to get this win, and she's finally able to move on. And you know what? I like the momentum that she's building as since her return. And hopefully, I know that Battleground is still a ways away, but hopefully this momentum will continue and build up as the next person to challenge for the NXT Women's title. I think it's Sol Ruka. I may be a little optimistic, but I think Sol Ruka would be the next contender.
You really think so?
Oh, yes.
Oh, god dang. All right, well, here it goes. Okay, hold on a minute. Oh, snap. Okay, I'm definitely going to watch this Sorry, it's a different thing. I'll tell you later.
All right, no worries.
Point is, yeah, no, I do believe that Sol Ruca is due a bump up in the pecking order over here. Here's hoping that this win helps solidify her as a proper contender for the NXT Women's Championship in the near future.
Hells yeah! Now let's move on to the exciting segment of the night as the NXT Women's division continue to shine on Spring Breakin. We get the official contract signing for the first ever women's NXT Underground match, which will be next week on Spring Breakin Night 2, featuring Natalya versus Lola Vice.
Okay, so the perennial powerhouse of the Hart Dynasty, the Hart family, the Hart Foundation, Natty Neidhart over here against the booty shaking Instagram babe Lola Vice.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. No. Why the fuck not? Also, if you said to LOL Sol Ruca posing on the surfboard, she must have been a fan of the original Point Break.
Oh man, that's hitting it too on the nose, man. But this is and then we go straight to the ring where NXT General Manager Ava sets up the contract signing, and I like the way it's all set up. Like the lights are all darked out, and they got the official NXT Underground podium, and they have the competitors on opposite sides of the contract signing. And
why isn't there a table?
I don't know.
You signed a contract on a table, not a podium.
I guess Ava Raine wants to literally be in the middle to mediate this contract signing.
You could be in the middle of mediating on the table. You stand by the head of the table, and you have the two people sitting on the sides. That way, we have a table.
You have no idea how much on the nose you just hit it, Juan. Ava, the head of the table.
No, we're not making it.
You did it, not me!
No, I wasn't trying to. At the short end of the table, it's usually called the head of a table. I'm not trying to make a bloodline pun. I promise. You're the one who brought that up, okay?
You're gonna have Dwayne Johnson calling up and motherfuckering you on the phone.
I wish a motherfucker would.
He's gonna go on Mama Rhodes' belt on. Well, anyways, okay.
Bitch, I was raised with Mama Rhodes' belts and whipping my ass, growing the fuck up. I am not scared of Rock the Dwayne Johnson or his freaking HGH bullshit on him. Hell no, bring it on, motherfucker. All I need is a goddamn freaking pink cushion needle on him, and he'll go deflated. Alright?
He'll go from a final boss to a mini boss.
Don't try me.
Anyways, and joining Natalya to train her to get her ready for NXT Underground, the woman in the white boots, is NXT newcomer Carmen Petrovic. She is from Montreal, Canada, and she is also a third-degree black belt in karate.
Oh wait, Carmen Petrovic, hasn't she been the one who's been posing on Instagram with her katanas?
Yes. Okay. She will kick your ass.
Yes, please.
So yeah, this puts Lola Vice in a disadvantage, but wait, gasp! Lola Vice has someone training her to get her ready for NXT Underground. Who could it possibly be?
Oh!
Former two-time NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler.
Oh! There was Big Boss. Oh, business just picked up. Okay, if Lola Vice wants to stand even half a fucking chance against Natty, yeah, she picked the right coach over here. Because for Christ's sake, fucking Shayna Baszler was... she's coming off a couple weeks after WrestleMania during that Bloodsport Underground match against Masha Slamovich.
Yes!
Yeah, no, I do not fucks with that, please. No, thank you. I choose life. I choose to live. I wish to live to a ripe old age.
In fact, one would say that maybe that's where WWE got the inspiration of their own version of Underground matches from.
I doubt it.
Okay, well, hey, or it could just be just a surprising coincidence.
It was a surprising coincidence. Let's not kid ourselves here.
All right, fine. That being said, Shayna Baszler got into the ring, and Baszler started trash-talking at Natalya, warning her that this is a whole different game from a wrestling match, and that Natalya is definitely not ready, despite having Carmen Petrovic at her corner. And then what's her face? And then Lola Vice or Shayna got into the face of Carmen Petrovic, and they shoved her, they pie-faced her, but Carmen responded with a beautiful roundhouse kick to the face.
What? Damn!
Check out the range. Damn.
Look at that shit. Sheesh.
Carmen Petrovic roundhouse kicked Shayna Baszler. That's some balls. That's some brass, honey.
That's some stems right there, motherfucker. Oh, shit.
And the segment closes off, of course, with Natalya and Petrovic standing tall against Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler.
And where's this going to be taking place again, Jose?
Night 2 of NXT Spring Breakin' next week.
Oh, so it's not happening that?
No.
No, that's later.
I wish, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Oh, also we got Jordan Kirby in the chat. Hey up, Jordan Kirby. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Who's ready for Liv to kidnap Dom?
Oh my god, I saw clips of Monday Night Raw. Oh my god, if Dom does this.
No, if Dominic Mysterio is such a chicken shit that he allows a little weenie of a pinky-sized girl like Liv Morgan. It's bad enough that Liv Morgan got Rhea Ripley's shoulders separated, but that she fully takes down Dominic Mysterio and kidnaps him? Like, I can imagine it going down like this. She jumps onto his back like a freaking spider monkey and chloroforms him and knocks him out. And then drags him away.
Jesus!
Like, it's the only way. Head on, it would not work. Also, if he's sent to saying Shayna Baszler training any women means Shayna will turn that student into a badass.
Oh, yes, indeed. But now let's get into the, this one's an okay match. It wasn't bad, but
It's alright.
It's alright. Let's talk about it.
Oh, Jordan Kirby's like, that's too much, buddy. I disagree. Liv Morgan is mini. She is a very, very slight gal. And Dominic Mysterio, the fact that he being pulled way larger than his father, Rey Mysterio, is in and of itself is a physiological feat of freak science. That being said, just like I said, the only way that Liv Morgan could actually kidnap Dominic is if she chloroforms him.
That's
the only way.
All right, let's move on, please. Now, this match is a one-on-one match, and it's between two heels, Baron Corbin versus Lexis King.
Corbin's the worst! God!
This was a weird booking choice by WWE because that pretty much puts Baron Corbin as the de facto babyface against Lexis King.
Well, he kind of was. I mean, he was with his buddy Braun Breaker before all this, wasn't he?
He was, but I mean, after so many years of seeing Baron Corbin as this heel, as this go-away heat heel for so many years...
I mean, he was with his buddy. It was a wolf dog.
You said it this time, not me.
Yeah, I know. This was his friend. This was his tag partner.
Oh my god.
This was the guy who got traded away, and now Baron Corbin's on his own.
Yeah, that is true.
Sweet mercy.
But getting back to this match, yeah, no, like I said, this is a weird booking choice for me to get into, but it was still fun nonetheless. Lexis King was the one putting the pressure onto Baron Corbin, working over his limbs. At one point, he does that awesome, choke where he plants both his feet up in the air and chokes Baron Corbin out while using the ring ropes as leverage.
Oh, dick move.
Very much dick move. Of course, Baron Corbin responded back by hitting his flurry of offense, hitting Lexis King with the deep six. And he tries to put him away, but Lexis King, using old-fashioned chicanery, was able to outsmart the Lone Wolf and hit him with his finishing move to pin and win. Your winner, Lexis King.
God damn it, this little Weasley bastard. He's not, I'm sorry, I've got nothing but love for Brian Pillman Jr. here, but Lexis King, you motherfucker. How dare you? The worst!
Also, it's also
the worst!
I know, he is.
How dare he?
I also read up on recent news outlets that Baron Corbin is due to be called back to return to the main roster by either tomorrow or Monday, so this may possibly be his last match on NXT.
That's fine. He did what he was there to do, and he's done what he needed to do at NXT, so he'll be all right. And if he sent in, the chat was over here saying, for Liv Morgan, I had the idea of her going hardcore months ago. Triple H has taken my idea and tweaked it, but at least it's happening now. Well, she's been kind of hardcore, hasn't she?
Kind of, yes. Since Extreme Rules of since October of 2022, she has been hardcore, kind of.
But how could she be hardcore when she weighs 8 pounds?
I know, right?
I know. 8 pounds and 7 ounces. Don't get technical with me, okay?
Now, actually, this brings up a very good question, Juancho. Since Baron Corbin's arrival, return to NXT, and now he's going to be called back up to either Raw or SmackDown. Juancho, how would you best describe Baron Corbin's temporary run, his tenure at NXT?
Okay, since I'm not the one with the wrestling memory, you are.
Okay, I can best...
Just give me very, very brief recap on the rivalries that he had here.
All right, since joining NXT, he has pretty much done away with all the silly gimmicks. He has gone to burning ships. Yeah. He briefly feuded with Braun Breaker, with whom he would form an unlikely tag team with later.
Right, the Wolf Dogs.
Yes, he came up short against Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship.
Okay.
He also had a match with Gable Steveson at the Great American Bash, to which the fans booed the fuck out of.
Because Gable Steveson was he was not. He wasn't him. He wasn't him at all.
He wasn't him at all.
So, yeah, no, like okay. What else was Corbin doing? So he went with Dragunov. Then he teamed. Then he rivaled with and teamed with
Braun Breaker. Yep.
What else?
Yep. Then he won the Dusty Cup, and then they won the NXT Tag Titles.
Okay. It looks to me like, and now Dragunov might be going up to the main roster soon as well, right?
That's right.
Same as Braun Breaker. Now that Braun Breaker is going up too.
That's right.
My guess is Baron Corbin was basically brought to NXT to help polish off Dragunov and Breaker to make them ready for the main rosters of Raw and SmackDown, to get them primetime ready. In that respect, he has certainly succeeded. In his own storyline, in order to evolve himself character-wise, he's done a good enough job in order to shake off the lone wolf, the end of days guy, the freaking Constable Corbin, the happy Corbin, the poor Corbin,
the King Corbin,
all
the silly gimmicks,
all the fucking gimmicks that Corbin was doing. Like, yeah, he shook them all off and gave himself a clean slate. In that respect, he's also succeeded. So I'll give it a solid B+.
Okay.
All right. Like, he did everything he was supposed to do. He did everything very well, and I don't see anyone trying to scalp him. So I would say good job.
Well, of course you can't scalp him. I mean, look, he has no hair.
No, Jose, you don't have to have hair to be scalped. Oh. You could just be scalped.
Oh, shit.
Off. You can actually just have the skin on top of your skull, just Inglourious Bastard style.
All right. Now, about the picture that I sent you, Juancho. Yep. Because there were no bad segments, but we do have one honorable mention, and that is the official announcement of NXT Battleground 2024, which will take place on June 9th, and this is a first time ever in partnership with WWE and UFC. NXT Battleground will be held at the UFC Apex Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada.
It's one of the many little perks of them both being in the same umbrella of Endeavor, of TKO. I guess it makes sense. It's perfectly all right.
Oh, yeah.
Having your own dedicated arena, or having your own dedicated fight pit stadium place where you can have these fights.
It's awesome. Yeah. I saw pictures of the venue inside, and it looks really good. And the fight cage is still there. I'm like, oh man, I really hope that WWE brings back the freaking fight pit UFC style for NXT. That would be awesome.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm legitimately interested. I doubt that they'll actually do that, because that's the traditional UFC octagon. They'll likely have to set it up that way and set up the WWE rings over there, or if nothing else, they might actually do that the fight pit match, where you actually have the
cage, yeah, that would be cool.
That would be the one thing I imagine that they would try to do at the UFC Apex, but that's my supposition. I'm just guesstimating. I am not trying to give a spoiler or anything like that. This is just me saying that would be interesting, and I believe that that's something that they could try to pull off. That would be cool.
But the announcement is still exciting nonetheless.
Of course it is. Who said it wasn't?
Who said it wasn't? Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the main event of NXT Spring Breakin.
Why do you have to say it that way? Breakin.
Because...
No, what? Why?
This is a rematch from NXT Vengeance Day. Two former competitors run it back one more time for the NXT Championship with some added stakes. And no, I'm not talking about the stakes that we did not have for dinner tonight. Get it out of your head.
I wanted steaks. I wasn't thinking steaks, though.
It's Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams once again for the NXT title. However, if Trick Williams loses this match, he will leave NXT. It's either win or bust.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit,
So,
indeed.
in this case, I guess we could say the stakes have never been higher for Trick Williams?
No, they never have. They're pretty tall, brother.
You sure there are no stakes involved, Jose?
How do you like your steaks? Medium rare?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
In the chat, Vicente was saying, my booking live runs in on Charlotte and Becky, hits both with kendo sticks and grabs a mic and starts yelling about being overlooked for title shots. Until I get title matches, I'm going to wreck bitches. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. It'd be crazy, but it'd be fun. But yeah, crazy little live.
But now, getting back to this main event match, Ilya Dragunov is immediately a ball of fire from the beginning of the match, hitting Trick Williams with a series of forearm strikes and different other combination strikes, hitting him with a couple of German suplexes in the middle of the ring. My word! And then eventually plants Trick Williams with the power bomb, and then laying him out with a first attempt at an H bomb. But Trick Williams was able to rebound after that. And then Trick Williams actually pulls a few pages out of Dragunov's book. He hits his own version of the H-bomb, and then he hits his own version of Torpedo Moscow on Dragunov, but Dragunov was able to kick out after two because, silly mortals, when has stealing your opponent's finisher have ever worked in a wrestling match? Just ask Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that move don't put anybody away.
Ah!
Yeah, that move don't work. I didn't think so, yeah.
And of course, the action spills over at ringside as both competitors made their way over to the announce table. They were both standing on the security barricade right next to Vic Joseph and Booker T. And both men are just wailing at each other until Trick Williams was able to get the upper hand of the exchange and plants Ilya Dragunov with the bookend through the announce table. And yes, I am saying this intentionally because Booker T is on commentary, and that was the bookend.
Oh my goodness!
And then when the competitors get back into the ring, this is where things get a little clunky. Juan actually saw this with me. There was this moment where two men were over at one of the corners of the turnbuckles. They were struggling. They were exchanging blows. It looked like Ilya Dragunov was trying to go for a sunset flip powerbomb from the corner, but he fumbled. He kind of messed up on that move, and he wasn't able to connect it all the way.
Sorry, you caught me while I was in the middle of drinking a bottle of soda here. Yeah, I was actually starting to freak out a little bit at this point of the match because, oh shit, it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, and then the freak out took it to a different level as after Trick Williams was leveled, Ilya Dragunov went over to the top rope and then hit a top rope H-bomb, but it looks like he may have dealt with some recoil of his own because after he plants the forearm onto Trick Williams, he may have hurt himself in the process.
No, like he landed, I saw that part. Dragunov landed in a way where it looked like he landed with his fist straight over, like straight down into the mat, but it must have gone off at an odd angle because his wrist was it looked like he might have injured his wrist in some way with that with the punch there.
And then finally, as we get to the final seconds of the match, both competitors are at opposite corners. It's like two gunslingers ready to draw for the final time. Who's going to shoot first? It's the Torpedo Moscow versus the Running Trick Knee. Trick versus Dragunov. They both get ready. They're locked, cocked, and ready to unload. But at last, it was Trick Williams who proved to be the quick gunslinger as he plants Dragunov with the running knee to pin and win. Your winner and new NXT champion, Trick Williams.
Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Woohoo!
Oh yeah, baby! It was
Why did you have to do that?
Because I can.
Why did you have to do that last part?
I don't know. Why did you have to say, oh my goodness?
I do it in derision, okay? You don't. You never deride. I'm the one who derides around here. You think I'm salty now? Wait till I get on camera later.
All right.
Then, Man.
Yeah. And then, of course, after the match, Dragunov presented the championship to Trick Williams, and both competitors embraced each other with a warm hug of respect and admiration. The fans came unglued. Trick Williams went over to ringside and celebrated with the fans of NXT over at the Performance Center. It was such an amazing moment.
Okay, seriously, like, big ups to Dragunov for that. That was honor. That was honorable of the highest order on his end. The Mad Dragon. But then again, Dragunov has always shown that side of being a consummate sportsman.
He's a man of tradition.
Exactly. A consummate professional, a consummate athlete, professional athlete, and fuck yeah, that's how, like, okay, you did a great match, you did well, I'm proud of you, congratulations, here's the championship, you earned it. That is good sportsmanship on Dragunov's part, and yeah, fuck yes, that's what I like to see there.
Hells yeah, and you know what? There's been criticisms online through different wrestling journals that apparently Trick Williams is really not that good of a wrestler. I have to disagree.
But you know, it's like, yeah, you see, he's not really all that good, really, if you think about it, like, really.
Dude, listen.
But you know, if you like, really,
Anyway, you know what?
Like, really.
The critics are the critics, but Trick Williams, in my opinion, he is definitely worth a lot. Like, he is definitely worth a lot of money in terms of his personality, his charisma, his in-ring work. The dude, just like all the other NXT, all the other WWE graduates at the Performance Center, this guy is improving week after week, and it's time to put some respect on Trick's name.
God dang, over here. Yeah, no, like, this is the quote, and I'm reading this off from, should I set up to show folks this so they could see exactly what I'm shitting on?
By all means. Idiot? Okay. In an article from Inside the Ropes.
Well, like, give me a few moments so we can set this up properly over here if I'm going to actually show the article and all this. So 2 seconds, where is it? There it is, and there that is. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right. In an article provided to us by Inside the Ropes, the headline reads, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter believes top WWE NXT star, a.k.a. Trick Williams, quote, isn't very good.
Isn't very good. He's in very good. Oh, yeah, yeah, bullshit over here. Yeah, Dave Meltzer, stupid ad. I was trying to click it off away. Stupid thing. Yeah, Dave Meltzer's not one fan of the most popular stars on the NXT roster at Stand and Deliver WrestleMania. Yep, a big ovation from a packed crowd inside the Wells Fargo Center. This is between a match between Trick and Carmelo Hayes. With Hayes refusing to accept defeat, Mello attacks Williams once again on the next episode of NXT, leading to a steel cage match. In discussing the steel cage match, Brian Alvarez stated that both matches had something missing, to which Dave Meltzer says this, and his words: Trick isn't that good. That's the reality. He's got incredible charisma, but you put him in a main event match. Granted, he did look really good against Ilya, but Ilya is one of those people that gives you a false perception of the ability of the other person. It's like wrestling Ric Flair or a tag team like wrestling the Young Bucks.
Again with the Young Bucks.
You see all these tag teams against the Young Bucks and think these guys are great, but they're never great against anybody else, and Ilya's the same way. Man, fuck you! And they're over here saying, like, oh, for reference, Meltzer rated the match of Williams and Hayes at Stand and Deliver 3.5 stars.
You know, maybe John Cena may have been right about listening about adhering to the whims of one old ridiculous journalist who rates his matches.
You know, one old fucking idiot.
One old idiot. But that being said, no, I'm sorry. We have to disagree with Dave Meltzer 100%. Trick Williams definitely recoups the investment that WWE's putting behind on the newly crowned champion. Okay, man.
If you guys, speaking of which, go fucking figure. Hold on a minute. I want to double check something over here real quick. I'm not. Hang on. Really? Why isn't this loading it this way?
Oh, no. Okay, here we go.
Hold on. No, god damn it. Let me just check this shit out. Hold on. There's that little bit.
Trick Williams' response to Dave Meltzer.
I don't care about what the critics say. I'm Trick Williams, and I'm your NXT champion. I've been fighting my whole life. My mom was in the hospital. She's been fighting some heart issues. She's been fighting her whole life. My brother's been fighting his whole life. Fighting is in my family. That's all I know. That's all it is, and that's all it's gonna be. I'm Trick Williams, and I'm your NXT champion, and I love to fight. I love to fight, and I'll never stop fighting.
Hey, simple, straight to the point. Not giving any more time of day to the critics.
There you go. So well done, Trick Williams. Yeah,
you know what? And yeah, there's criticism about him being so green, but so what? Braun Breaker was also green, even as NXT champion, but they gave him time to hone his skills and develop. All right.
And Trick Williams has been given that same kind of leeway, same amount of time in order to develop him, in order to be developed in the ring, and he's doing an excellent job at that.
Exactly. But that being said, great job NXT, great job Spring Breakin, and most importantly, congratulations to Trick Williams. Whoop that trick indeed.
Whoop that trick!
Vicente Guerrero.
Vicente is over here saying Meltzer or anyone saying Trick Williams is not that good only motivates Trick to get better so he can yell, "Fuck off, I am good."
Yes!
Indeed, and he's earned it. God dang. Well done, Trick Williams. Whoop that trick.
Now, before we get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, let's go ahead and shift gears and talk about the main event of this year's inaugural pay-per-view event of AEW Dynasty, which took place over in St. Louis, Missouri, and the main event match for AEW Dynasty was Samoa Joe going one-on-one against Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship.
Now, this one's been built up better than almost all the other programs, all the other matches or storylines that they've got over in AEW put together. The only one who's been at least equivalently entertaining has been Timeless Tony Storm's hijinks.
Hells yeah!
And that's me trying to spit this shit as even as I can. Yeah, I get it. Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson, they had the greatest match of all the time, which is excellent and fine. I would rather Bryan Danielson not murder himself, but that's just me. You know, I like it. I like my wrestlers who don't die in the ring, who don't destroy themselves, like for the love of the sport. I'm not trying to insinuate Owen Hart if that's what you were thinking. His was a freak accident. I saw you shock away when I said that.
No, I wasn't thinking of that. I was thinking about someone else.
Wait, who?
I don't want to. All right.
Was that guy who accidentally got murked by Rey Mysterio?
No.
Okay, because because if you remember forever ago, there was that one guy that accidentally got murked by Rey Mysterio.
No. I was thinking of Benoit before the incident. When he was killing himself for the love of the game.
There's a difference between that and Danielson. Benoit was working the hard way, but he was doing it in a working way. Okay, like D-Bry seems to still be doing strong style, where you hurt yourself as hard as possible, but it still looks fake.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Like, that's the dumb way. And I love D-Bry, but come on, man.
All right, but let's go ahead and talk.
Please, let's talk about Swerve and Joe, because this was awesome.
Now the story of the match is that Swerve is trying to overcome the enormous offense from Samoa Joe, targeting the right arm of Samoa Joe to neutralize his ability of using the Coquina Clutch and the Muscle Buster.
So he's being methodical.
He's being a methodical man, that's right. Samoa Joe, having enough of Swerve's bullshit, takes the fight over to ringside, and he actually pulls the padding from ringside, exposing the concrete floor, and then hits a power slam onto Swerve, onto the floor. Ouch!
Ow, shit.
Yes, the assault continues back into the ring as Samoa Joe hits a muscle buster onto Swerve Strickland, but Swerve was able to kick out after 2.
Well, that's because Swerve has been methodically working on his arm, and so he didn't have the grip on the muscle buster all that good, did he?
No, he did not. And then, at one point, Samoa Joe went over to ringside to grab the AEW World title to try and cheat. But then Swerve Strickland was able to catch him off guard with the house call. But Samoa Joe was able to kick out after 2. And then closer to the end of the match, Samoa Joe has the title in hand, but he was conflicted about using it to cheat against Swerve Strickland. and he decides not to. And then during the match, he locks into Coquina Clutch, but he couldn't get the submission hold all the way. Swerve Strickland separates the arms and then works on the thumb, bending the digits of Samoa Joe.
Oh, god dang it. Wow, Swerve is smart, working smart instead of working hard. He knows that you can't outmuscle the California cretin that is Samoa Joe here. So he's got to be smarter, and goddamn.
Goddamn indeed. And in the final moments of the match, it looked like Samoa Joe was going to power... they're both men were in the corner, and it looks like Samoa Joe's trying to set up for another muscle buster, but Swerve Strickland was able to counter, hitting a sunset powerbomb from the corner before going over to the top rope and finally hitting the Swerve stomp to pin and to win.
Yo!
Your winner... and new.
Wait, wrong thing. Sorry. Oh my god, I changed the wrong graphic. My bad.
It's all right.
Sorry about that. I selected the wrong graphic. Here we go.
Your winner and new AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland.
Oh, get your mouth. That's a big pressure. I fly, feet and feet, you motion, but I swerve when I drop. I swerve when I drop. Big pressure. I fly, feet and feet, you motion. I don't fucking believe it. Swerve Strickland, his first World Heavyweight Championship in his career, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations to Swerve.
That's right. You know what? It's amazing because this is amazing for a number of reasons. Number one, great main event. Number two, he is official. I know this is going to sound cliche, but he has made history as the first ever African American wrestler to capture the AEW World Title.
Yay! Everyone's been very Caucasian, except for Joe. He's not really Caucasian. He's someone.
Yeah, and number three, this was a rite of passage. This was a vindication for Swerve's wrestling career. He started thus far. He started off of being a cruiserweight in WWE's 205 Live.
Isaiah Swerve Scott.
He went from being part of Hit Row, from being
he was the head of Hit Row, wasn't he?
Yeah, from being the head of Hit Row, from being released by WWE to jumping over to AEW, and from feuding with Hangman Adam Page in a bloodbath to working his way all the way up to the main event scene. Like, AEW is not smart. They knew where the money was at, and Swerve Strickland was bringing in a lot of popularity, a lot of eyes onto him.
Yep, and go fucking figure. Well, it doesn't hurt that Swerve went to school in the world of WWE when it comes to like how to perform, how to fucking like be a presenter, be entertaining, be captivating, and show his personality and all that shit while being a badass in the fucking ring. And of course, going up against a veteran like Samoa Joe, who's been around the block a couple million times, multi-time world champion, multi-time muscle-busted motherfucker. So yeah.
It was just a shame that Swerve wasn't able to live up to his full potential in WWE.
Yeah, well, that was their stupidity, and that was their loss.
I know, but now Swerve finding a new home and literally killing it. He is the new AEW World Champion. Happy for it.
Exactly. Everybody dance to celebrate. Yay! You don't get to dance. Dancing time is over for you.
Oh god, dancing time is canceled.
You've got like 9 left feet and a toe growing out of the back of one of your heels.
What the fuck does that even mean?
It means you can't dance. In the chat, Vicente Guerrero was saying, critics in WCW in 1990 told Mark Calloway he did not have much of a future in wrestling. Then we got The Undertaker. Great match for the sound of this play-by-play, but out of character for Joe to hesitate on a cheap belt shot. Yeah, and great on Swerve. Not only great promo and great in-ring, but also big horror fan too, right?
Yes.
Also, Swerve Strickland was the only guy to date in AEW to counter or to scout when Samoa Joe nopes away from him.
That's right. During the beginning part of the match, there was a spot where Swerve was going to go for a top rope dive, and he was going to catch the Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe, what he normally does to dodge out of the way, he doesn't even dodge. He just goes, walks away. Sometimes he flips off his opponent in doing so.
He did it to Punk. He did it to everyone he's been in the ring with.
He tried to do it to Swerve, but Swerve outsmarted Joe, landed on his feet, and knocked Joe on his ass.
It's like, bitch! I read your book, Funk.
That was awesome. And you know what? Let's also give credit where credit is due. Samoa Joe held it down as the AEW World Champion from the end of last year till now.
So well done, Samoa Joe. Thank you very much. And congratulations to Swerve Strickland. Let's see how far you go with this ball, buddy.
Indeed. Now let's go on to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Like the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
This week's AEW Dynamite returns to home base as it takes place over at the Daily's place in Jacksonville, Florida.
And you can tell that it was jam-packed because of all the extras and seat fillers that they put out an ad for in Jacksonville.
Oof.
Yeah, you saw the fucking article I gave you, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay, for the record, we're not crapping about the fact that seat fillers were used. Everyone uses seat fillers from time to time. But the fact that it was so plain that AEW was specifically asking for up to 50. Why do you need up to 50 seat fillers specifically for Daily's Place? One would think that they would have enough. Of people coming over to the cradle of AEW to friggin' do the show, to watch the show.
Well, it's obviously no surprise, and it's no surprise that AEW has been struggling lately to sell out tickets to get their attendance numbers.
Right? It's so
man.
It's unfair to the folks who are trying their damnedest to fucking perform at AEW, and they're met with half-empty arenas and shit. Yeah, look, we put on great matches for the people. Yeah, but you know what would also be nice? Selling out your arenas. You know what you need? I'm gonna hold my tongue until
hold your tongue. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Until, yep.
Now AEW Dynamite opens up with a segment of featuring the best friends and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. There has been a little trouble in paradise. The show opens with Orange Cassidy getting his ass kicked by Trent Beretta, who turned heel on the Best Friends a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite, and he got on the mic and cut a scathing promo calling Orange Cassidy a leech, someone who's mooching off the Best Friends, reducing the Best Friends to just a bunch of lackeys for his fame, for his popularity, and he's calling in question the loyalty of his partner Chuck Taylor. Because Chuck and Trent, they have been best friends for a long time before Orange Cassidy came into the field.
You know, it took me 10 seconds to realize that was actually Trent Beretta's chest hair. I thought he just had really weird tattoos for a moment.
No.
Sorry, no, I know it's completely off topic, but yes, you're right. Like, you're just mooching off of us. We're the ones who do all the work, and you're the one who's getting us all famous. Who the fuck are you talking about? This is Orange Cassidy, the most overly protected, overly pushed, like fucking Cornette fucking calls him like the puppy of Tony Khan, my little dog Pockets. Fucking hell, because he's the mascot of AEW by being indie-rific and being this really obtuse fucking gimmick. Like, look, I was fine with the obtuse fucking gimmick for a little while until,
you shoved it in their face every week?
No, until you fucking actually showed us that was all he was. One-hit wonder.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's a funny note, but it's still only one note. If it were me, I would be fucking like, you know what, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, I'm gonna fucking like, you know what, we're gonna fucking step up our game, because our buddy Orange Cassidy had the International Championship, so we're gonna fucking we're gonna push our asses so we can become tag champs again and be proper champions.
Instead, we get this segment.
We get this horseshit.
Yep, and it looks like Chuck Taylor was about to turn heel and join forces with Trent, but then he got on the mic and he said that he always thought that Trent Beretta was full of shit, knocked his ass out of the ring, and then challenges Trent to a parking lot brawl tomorrow night on Rampage.
Yay.
Yay, indeed.
Okay, fantastic. Well, yeah, for the record, Trent Beretta being the only one between the three of them who almost looks like a wrestler, but it's Trent Beretta. The homeboy's got no other fucking... He's got no, like, other a Beast Boy. He's got no snap, crackle, or pop to him over here. Next, at least Orange Cassidy, as fucking overly smothering his gimmick has been, at least he's got a fucking gimmick.
At least he's got a character. Trent Beretta is barely a note.
Exactly.
Which is worse.
Exactly. So, it's kind of fucked either way. But, give us something, man, for crying out loud. At least, look, when FTR were in WWE as The Revival, fuck yeah, they had their identity as the old school badasses who pay homage to the old school way of fucking wrestling in the ring. You could have that! Instead of, you know what your gimmick was? Your gimmick was your mommy drops you off in a fucking minivan with a plate of cookies. Fucking dope. And now you've got the nerve to fucking argue about it? Motherfucker, you couldn't make getting dropped off by your mommy in a minivan with cookies? You couldn't get that over? What the hell, Starscream?
Oh, hang on a minute. We got some comments from Vicente Guerrero. AEW struggling to sell tickets is what happens when Tony Khan does not rent smaller arenas, but always has to go big venue. Firing CM Punk did not help either. The star you had and people marked for. Jordan Kirby.
Will Nick Nemeth get another crack at Moose for the TNA title?
Ooh, hard to tell, man.
Possibly.
Possibly.
And also, we have someone new in the chat. They go by I'm objectively balanced and on the ball. That's a very suspiciously specific username, but hi there, welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
AEW was far better off before Punk joined, and it's WWE marks that are simping him. Wow, okay.
Fun fact, I was simping for CM Punk before he was in WWE, before he was in fucking ECW.
Well, so I respect your opinion, objectively balanced person, but that's all you're getting.
We're not going to shut you down. That is your opinion. Personally, what in the world is a scapegoat? Well, okay, I can answer that. Jose, should I answer that for them?
Sure.
It's okay. I'm gonna show everyone.
A brief little break here. Yeah, so Juan can answer what a scapegoat is.
Okay, it's okay. And I wanted to take this time to help educate some folks over here in the Ravens Flock community, because I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page, right?
Yes.
We all deserve that, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, all right. I just want to make sure I get to the right definition for it all. So, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, trying to find a bigger picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a bigger image for this. Okay. Here it is. This is good. This is a good one.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah. Okay. So, a scapegoat is a quick play spell card in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, where when you play the spell card, you special summon 4 sheep tokens, which are treated as beast type, earth attribute level 1 monsters with 0 attack and 0 defense in defense position. They cannot be attributed for a tribute summon. You cannot summon other monsters the turn you activate this card, but you can still normal set.
Hey, there you go. Thank you for that education there, Juancho.
Okay. But in actuality, a scapegoat is the real definition is a convenient person to lay blame on. So someone who can conveniently be blamed for something going wrong, even if they'd have nothing to do with it.
For example, many times that Juan has blamed me for shit on the channel.
Exactly. Well, I can actually kind of blame you because you're the one in charge, so you have to take responsibility.
Fine, whatever. All right.
We're fucking around. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Now let's move on to the exciting match of the night from the AEW women's side.
Oh?
I know, another shocker, am I right?
Actually, yes.
And this is a one-on-one women's match between Mina Shirakawa, straight from World Wrestling Stardom, going one-on-one against Anna Jay.
Wait, is that Mariah May in her corner?
That's right. Back in the Stardom promotion, Mariah May used to formed a tag team with Shirakawa.
Okay, so they're BFFs going back a ways. And what, Anna Jay? This is just an exhibition.
This is just an exhibition fight, but
we got no beef. All right, let's go.
All right, so
tell me about this match.
All right, so the story of this match is that Anna Jay is trying to work her way up to challenge for the AEW Women's World Title, and she's trying to get past Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May. Now, this was the ultimate technical finesse. Shirakawa has proven to be quite fast on her feet, hitting a bunch of reversals, hitting a bunch of counters onto Anna Jay, which is awesome. And when we got back from commercial break, Anna Jay was able to lock in the Queen Slayer sleeper hold onto Shirakawa.
Nice.
And I still think it's cool that she calls it the Queen Slayer.
Yeah, that is a cool name.
Yeah. All while trying to she was working double duty. She was trying to fend off against Shirakawa, but she was also distracted and trash talking Mariah May at ringside.
Of course, and Mariah May being the understudy to Timeless Toni Storm, that just gives an added incentive of like there's the element of the Women's World Championship in this match here in the form of Mariah May being in the corner of her old tag buddy and taunting Anna Jay at the same time. Okay, cool. I get that. Go on.
Anna Jay gets worked over more by Shirakawa, who does a dive through the ropes at ringside, which is awesome. And then when we get back into the ring, Anna Jay was able to get back on her feet and lock in the Queen Slayer again, but Shirakawa was able to reverse it into an intricate roll-up pin to steal the victory. Your winner, Mina Shirakawa.
God damn it!
And then after the match, Anna Jay was furious. She put the beat down on Shirakawa and she put the beat down on Mariah May, locking in the Queen Slayer before Timeless Toni Storm ran down to the rescue and saved Mariah May from the clutches of Anna Jay. And then, I wish I had a picture of it, but the show closed off with...
the segment closed off?
Yeah, no, the whole thing closed off with Serena Deeb, the woman of 1,000 holds, marching down to the Titantron, and she was holding the AEW Women's World Title.
Wait, how the hell did she get her hold of the championship? What did
Toni Storm brought the title and she dropped it and she
ran to rescue? Okay, thank you. That explained it. All right. Okay.
Are they trying to turn Toni babyface?
Well, Toni Storm is still being that dastardly little vain psychotic heel,
but the fans love her.
But the thing well, that's because she's goddamn good at it. There was even the fucking backstage segment afterwards. I'm surprised it's not on your lineup here. I took a peek ahead. I'm surprised you didn't bring it up. The fucking promo that Toni Storm pulls afterwards, where she's coddling and caressing Mariah May
as if she was a child.
Yeah, exactly. He's like. I remember the fucking thing. It's, she snaps her fingers like, bosom! Come to my bosom, and Mariah May runs over and nuzzles up under, Toni Storm's arm, and is like, Serena Deeb, how dare you? You may steal my championship, but you may not lay a hand on my dear, precious Mariah May, and it was fucking hilarious. It was
so funny. It's so dumb.
Okay, that's why Toni Storm is entertaining, is because she sells and buys into her own shit. In the way that you could tell that she's doing it to be a dastardly bitch heel. And it tells the story, and it pushes forward that, okay, we got Serena Deeb, and we've also got Anna Jay vying for the Women's World Championship. You see, that is telling the story, okay? Jeez, learn to read.
But no matter how many stories that she finishes or victories that she puts under her belt, let it be known that she will never, ever call Tony Khan into the ring to hug him.
Yeah, we already... oh, wait, no, we didn't, because that was at Dynasty. My bad.
We
already covered that. No, we didn't.
Yeah, no, we didn't. No, it's okay. But now, continuing with the success of the women in AEW, we get an exciting segment of the night, and it is the in-ring celebration of the newly crowned TBS champion, Willow Nightingale.
Alongside her buddy, Chris Statlander, and her surprisingly, I don't get it. What is up with Stokely Hathaway trying to be an evil heel manager to these ladies who are totally over? What is it? He's even, do you still have the graphic from when she won the championship?
No.
No. Oh, you deleted it?
I never got it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you never got it. No, I could have sworn because it was this cute little weird graphic where, Willow Nightingale's in, is jumping in celebration in, a valley or whatever. It looks very early Bailey-esque, but on the side you have Stokely Hathaway's, frighteningly evil big toothy smile on the side. Just his head. It was just his head. What is the dynamic with these three? I don't get it! Before we go into that, in the chat, Vicente Guerrero, even today, RF Video sells a 5-volume set of CM Punk's IWA Mid-South days. Punk had people marking for him way before his WWE run. And let me see here.
Now, Objectively Balanced is saying...
Objectively Balanced is saying, yes, but the majority know him from WWE, where he was their chosen one, and AEW were better off before he joined, but he was being a diva and only brought drama to AEW. Again, I'm going to disagree on that. I believe it's more that he pulled the happy joy curtain facade off to expose that like AEW might look nice, but it's run like it's run like a two-legged horse.
Yeah.
So, but that's my opinion. You have your opinion. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not.
CM Punk. Yeah, no. I'll give my opinion on it. Look, CM Punk's time in AEW, he drew in lots of money. He drew in record-breaking attendance, like attendance records.
He got eyeballs.
He got eyeballs on the product. He got asses in seats. He put on good matches while he was still healthy. He helped put AEW and set up AEW as a legitimate contender against the WWE.
Well, to be honest, AEW really had a lot going for it before that. They did come up at the right time when WWE was at a down slump, and also the pandemic didn't help anybody. But AEW managed to keep things interesting and keep their talent and keep their keep their fan base rabid and loyal at the same time. When that stuff started dying back down, we were able to go back to normal. That was perfectly timed for bringing in a megastar like CM Punk. And yeah, he's polarizing, he's controversial, but at the same time, he gets asses in seats, he gets people talking, he generated a lot of revenue for AEW, he generated a lot of buzz, and whether we like it or not, whether we like CM Punk or not, you cannot deny that he did have a lot more positives in terms of running AEW as a business than you can say about the controversies that came up around him.
Dude, the guy's a master of the game. He knows everything about the wrestling business in and out.
And it shows in his work. But let's get off of that.
Yeah, we're gonna get off that. We're gonna get to the celebration.
Okay,
here. All right.
Let's stick to the show.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go with Willow Nightingale.
Yeah. So Willow Nightingale and Stokely Hathaway, they were trying to introduce. Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, they were trying to introduce Willow Nightingale. They did like some sort of like poetry in the ring, which was kind of silly. And then Nightingale came out and she cut a really super babyface promo, saying that like back in 2020 during the pandemic, she was in attendance for Dynamite as part of the crowd over at ringside, and then. Fast forward to 2022, she got a chance to actually wrestle in AEW, and she's really proud of herself with how far she's come. Like I said, beautiful babyface promo, but then she was...
Yeah, living the dream, working it out, being getting to go over and stuff, and yeah, no, fantastic, and that was well done on her part.
You'll have to find a picture.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to prep.
And then, the celebration was interrupted by the CEO of All Elite Wrestling, Mercedes Moné.
Yep, Mercedes Moné. She had brought up the a bit of backstage drama of her own. I'm surprised no one's calling her a cancer. I'm surprised that was this when it was happening?
No,
because Willow, she wasn't dressed in this, was she? She was okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to find the actual highlight from Dynamite over here. Give me a second.
Yeah, you're fine. I think you have a better luck typing in Mercedes Moné, AEW Dynamite.
Okay, yeah, Dynamite.
Just type in Dynamite.
Yep. I gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So Mercedes Moné got on the mic and she told Willow Nightingale to enjoy being champion while she can, because at Double or Nothing she will be crowned as the new TBS champion. No, that's not it.
That's old.
No, yeah, that's old. I think you have better.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you have better luck going on their website and taking screenshots.
Jesus.
I know it's stupid. Just
yeah,
type in
prep better next time, pal.
Just type in AEW.
I know how to type.
I'm helping you.
You're helping you. Okay, you're helping me help you, you, and you not helping you, Okay, you.
There's nothing wrong with admitting you need help.
Of course, there's nothing wrong admitting that you need help, but you know what there is?
Oh
something
my
wrong with?
God!
Not being ready, pal!
All right. So...
Give me 5 seconds and I'll pull this shit up. Give me a moment. Yeah.
There it is.
And here it is. Yeah, you need to prepare better next time, pal.
I didn't want to overwhelm you. We were doing a stacked episode tonight.
Okay, well, I'm gonna freaking... Why are none of these... Oh, well, do I have to do
It's
this?
stupid. Yeah, you're gonna have to open it on a different tab, and okay, yeah, we'll do it like that. You know,
Okay, yeah.
we'll just scroll.
No, not even scroll. Just this will do.
All right,
Here.
that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, here's the freaking play-by-play from everything. Okay, so yeah, we have
So-
Willow and Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. He didn't look very happy to be talking good guy shit. And there's Mercedes Moné, and yeah, and apparently
And then
Mercedes was dragging up old drama.
Actually, Willow dragged it up because this is the fourth
Willow was
time.
the one who dragged up?
Let me explain. This is the fourth time that Mercedes Moné has stolen the moment from Willow Nightingale since coming to AEW, and she brought up some continuity from last year when they both wrestled in New Japan, and Mercedes Moné, that's when she injured her leg, and she missed almost an entire year of wrestling. And then Mercedes Moné tried to throw it back in her face like, whoa, do I blame you for injuring me and last year? Do I blame you for missing my love for wrestling for almost a year? You know, that kind of way.
Of course, Willow Nightingale's like, well, look, that shit's in the past. You're here now, and I'm the TBS champion. So if you want a piece, you're gonna have to get ready and all this shit. So yeah. And what happened then?
What happened then? Well, actually, to clarify further, Willow Nightingale got on the mic, and yeah, there was some criticism thrown her way of what would have happened if Willow Nightingale were to face off Mercedes Moné and she was 100%. Because her win over Mercedes Moné in New Japan last year had an asterisk with the injury, but she mentioned that at Double or Nothing, there will be no excuses, there will be no asterisks, because she will walk in and walk out as the reigning TBS champion. And then, this is where it gets a little clunky. Go ahead and go back to that screen, to the screenshots, because...
Whoop, wrong thing.
No, not the chat. Alright, this is where it gets a little clunky, because around this point, then Chris Statlander tried to grab Mercedes Moné. Mercedes thought it was Willow putting her hands on her, and then Mercedes Moné slapped Willow Nightingale in the face.
Okay, what?
Yeah!
Okay, so Statlander was trying to do a cheap shot at Mercedes. Mercedes shook off, turned around, and slaps Willow.
Yes!
Okay, I can see how that can be done. I can see how that can happen. And I can also understand how that was clunky in terms of the blocking and all that, so I get it. So... even though I can squint to make it make sense, I'm just going to blame Stokely Hathaway.
It was still fun. And
because he's the evil heel manager in them.
Well, of course.
I don't get this guy.
Also, of course, we send our congratulations to Willow Nightingale for being TBS champion.
Yay!
Yay! We actually like her, don't we?
Get a new manager! This guy creeps me out!
But now let's get to the... This was an alright match. Like, a step down from his main event match at Dynasty.
Yep. Wait.
Well, before we get to that...
in the chat, Vicente was responding back to
Objectively Balanced,
saying, well, CM Punk has always been a love or hate guy. Tony Khan lost money firing Punk, bad attitude or not. Plus, Chris Jericho double talked 1 minute saying Punk was fired. Fire Punk, and then next week Jericho would say he always liked Punk and he always liked working with Punk. Like,
yeah, this is why I don't trust Chris Jericho's word anymore. Like, that guy flip-flops more than Republicans do in office.
You couldn't trust a word he says if his tongue was notarized.
Pretty much. So now let's get to the OK match of AEW Dynamite, and this is a one-on-one encounter, the AEW World Championship Eliminator match, as Swerve Strickland goes one-on-one against the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, Kyle Fletcher.
You get it here, guys, because Tony Khan wants Ring of Honor World Television here on TBS. Look how Ring of Honor looks with AEW's world champion. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Give me $250 million, Warner Brothers Discovery. I want $250 million, and I want you to include ROH in the TV deal.
Where's CM Punk? Well, don't call us. Don't call us. We won't call you.
All right,
Anyways,
tell us about the matches.
Anyway,
all right, so this wasn't an exhibition. This is a championship eliminator match?
Yeah, if Kyle Fletcher won, he would earn a title shot against the AEW World Champion.
Question.
Yes.
Are we still trying to do sports-based presentation with the win-losses mattering? Are we still trying that? Is that something that's still happening?
I would assume yes.
Is this a proper assumption, or I've got the roster thing.
Yeah, you could click on the roster and check the records. Yeah,
Okay, well, it looks like they're trying to keep the records going. Some fucking how.
Somehow.
Okay, so Kyle, it's alphabetical order. Let me see here. Brian Keith, K, E.
At this point, why does it even matter?
Because this is sports-based presentation here.
It's Cage.
Okay. In his 2024 record, Kyle Fletcher, Ring of Honor's World Television Champion, which is bizarre because Ring of Honor has no television. So he's a world champion for television that Ring of Honor doesn't have. Kyle Fletcher, his Ring of Honor, his 2024 record, it overall is 0-5.
Yes.
Why?
Oh God, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is he going to get an eliminator match against the AEW World Champion? The brand spanking new AEW World Champion.
I have no idea. This kids is what we call hot-shotting a match on TV.
Even if you want to say, but like the career thing, his career overall record is 17-21. By the way, guys, the way that's organized, for those who don't know, that's 17 wins, 21 losses. Last I checked, it looks better if you have more wins than losses. And if we want to get even more granular here, his 2024 singles record is 0-2. So he hasn't even had that many singles matches in the year, and we're about to end April, and he's up ahead of getting a world championship eliminator match?
This does not make sense.
No, this shit does not make sense.
But nevertheless,
someone tell me how this makes sense. I'm asking nicely. I'm asking very, very nicely, please.
That's too much brain power for me to do, Juancho. I'm sorry.
I would like someone to I'm asking very nicely. Please make this make sense. I want to enjoy it, and I want the silliness to also be understandable. Please continue.
All right. Now, the story of this match is that Kyle Fletcher is trying to work over the leg of Swerve Strickland. And anytime Swerve Strickland hits his kicking moves, whether it's the house call or a single leg drop kick or any of that sort, Kyle Fletcher would be able to intercept it, and he would be able to lock in some sort of leg lock move, trying to neutralize a lot of Swerve's offense, because a lot of his offense involved legs.
Yeah.
Yes. And, of course, Don Callis is over joining on commentary with Taz and Tony Schiavone and Excalibur.
Oh, yeah, Kyle Fletcher's part of the
Don Callis family.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It is a thing. I know, it's stupid. But despite those disadvantages, Swerve Strickland was still able to get his offense going during this match with Kyle Fletcher. Even at one point, he hit like a diving drop kick onto Kyle Fletcher onto the ring on the ring apron instead of in the ring, which is painful but awesome. Kyle Fletcher was able to catch one of his leg moves again and lock in another leg lock submission hold in the middle of the ring, locking in the ankle lock specifically. But Swerve was able to break out of the submission hold, and he finally put away his opponent with the house call to pin and win. Your winner, Swerve Strickland.
All right, so that would be no thank you, Kyle Fletcher. Go away now. Go back to your Ring of Honor TV show.
Pretty much. Actually, there was one point I do want to call out was that Don Callis was apparently trying to signal Kyle Fletcher, putting up the number 4 sign, and it was a signal for Kyle Fletcher to go under the ring and cheat, but Kyle decided against it, and he wanted to fight him fair and square.
Well, yeah, because he's trying to go in to meet with the AEW World Champion. So you kind of want to put your best foot forward. And that includes, not cheating, even if you're like a bad guy here. I mean, cheating would be bad.
Yes, cheating.
If you want to try to get an AEW World Championship shot that, by the laws and the fucking logic of this fucking promotion, you don't deserve, because you haven't won enough to be worthy of a fucking championship match. Even though you're already a champion! Even though you're a champion for a promotion that doesn't have a TV, and you're the TV champion! You're a champion of something your promotion doesn't exist!
Are you winning, Juancho? All right, let's
Next
move.
segment, please.
Unfortunately, this one is extremely groan-worthy, and it's also very, very repetitive.
Before we continue, we sent it in the chat. Tony Khan should have given ROH a TV deal by now. Even XPW have had that after a year. Yes, Rob fucking Black would have been better on negotiations, right?
Damn!
That's fucking terrible. And that just goes to show, because XPW did have TV for a little while.
That's true. And on the subject of all things hardcore and lack thereof, we get an in-ring segment from the newly crowned FTW champion, the Learning Tree now, Chris Jericho. And yes. Chris.
No!
And boy, before I get into this, let me tell you how badly that match sucked at Dynasty. This was a match no one asked for. It was booed 100% from the St. Louis fans. They were chanting so many things at Jericho. They were chanting, "Go away." They were chanting, "Oh, please retire.
Please retire.
Please retire."
Yeah. Dear fucking
Dude.
Lord!
Chris Jericho, at this point, he has extreme go-away heat. Like, nobody wants to see him on screen.
And people think like, oh well, the fact that you're hating him, that means he's working, that means that kayfabe is alive and well. I legitimately was on my fucking Instagram looking through some of the highlights of the quote-unquote the match. And the fucking segment with Jared Chode over here, and people are legitimately they're sucking down more Kool-Aid than what Paul Heyman had. No, it was worse than Cody Rhodes AEW heat. It was worse than that.
It's worse than Baron Corbin heat.
It's worse than Baron Corbin heat.
It's worse than X-Pac heat.
God almighty, X-Pac heat was the worst kind of heat. No one wants X-Pac heat. But apparently Chris Jericho said, I'm gonna have me some of that, baby. Yeah, baby. I invented heat.
You had a little bit too much of that bubbly.
Heat, baby. I invented go-away heat. I invented Learning Tree.
All right, so before
I invented
we get to our thoughts on this, let's talk about the segment.
But I invented it.
So Chris Jericho, all right. So Chris Jericho, the newly crowned champion, and he has gone under the moniker of the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho is now looking to form a new group, a new society.
Again with another group.
Yep, a new society of wrestlers to go under his Learning Tree.
Again?
And you're never gonna guess who the first person is, Juan.
Let me guess. Sammy Guevara.
Nope. Surprisingly, no. You're gonna hate this guy more. Big Bill.
Nope.
W. Morrissey.
No.
That asshole from WWE who tagged with Enzo Amore is joined forces with Chris.
Big Bill, W. Morrissey
has joined forces with Chris Jericho under the Learning Tree.
No.
I said, this segment.
Is it just Morrissey himself, or is it?
For now, it's just Morrissey.
No, I thought he had a manager or someone else.
No. Ricky Starks, he's sidelined with an injury.
Oh yeah, absolute Ricky Starks.
But if I were Ricky Starks, I would stay the fuck away from Jericho as far as possible.
Fuck away.
Ugh.
God Almighty.
But that being said. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. What helped Chris Jericho's career back in the 2010s was that he was able to come back and take sporadic breaks to freshen his character up. Take breaks, take some time off over a couple months, and then come back and start fresh.
And what's better, he had fucking people trying to talk him down when something sounded too fucking stupid to put on television. He had A fucking filter. Yeah, Vince McMahon's a fucking horrible person. No one will ever in their right mind endorse what he's been fucking doing behind the couch. But, like, as far as fucking the work was concerned, when it came to back then, working with Jericho, like, okay, well, I'm gonna be a fucking dastardly fucking heel. How are you gonna do it this time? Well, I've cut my hair down, and this time I'm gonna come out in a suit. I'm going to speak very slowly. I'm not going to be animated, baby, like the Ayatollah rock and roller. I'll be condescending. That works, baby. No, this time no, I'm gonna be the learning tree. Why? Because everyone's gonna want to learn under me, baby. Why?
I get sucked in the Jericho vortex.
Yeah, because because Terry Funk told me so, baby. Like, when? No, it's like, no, like, please.
The segment came off as flat. It came off as repetitive. It came off as dated.
I could hear crickets at Daly's place. I saw the segment. I heard fucking
even from
crickets.
The folk, even from the. You said that there was like 50 people who were.
No, I was trying to say that. With the call sign that the casting call that AEW asked for with 50 seat fillers to work in on the show.
Yeah, even the seat fillers didn't even
fucking pipe
up for this.
It hurts. It hurts my soul.
Finally, something we can agree with, objectively balanced. Jericho is barking up the wrong learning tree. Yes!
Thank you.
Oh my god, I think you and I, we can get along.
We can get along a little bit. We'll have disagreements, but we can get along. Okay. Yes, Jordan Kirby, this is going to be a disaster. Fucking Jericho's already a disaster. Jesus Christ. If he sent to LOL, those crowd chants for Jericho. Crowd did that for Tessa Blanchard once. It was the chants with, we want Tessa. Then the other half of the crowd said, no, we don't. Oh my god.
Damn.
Seriously?
I guess what we're trying to say is, folks, is that Jericho needs to go away, and I'm not invested in this segment, in this storyline at all.
He fucking took a cheap, well, not cheap, a very glossy and nice-looking sticker with the Learning Tree Chris Jericho printed on it and slapped that over Taz's name on the FTW Championship. You know, the championship that is not sanctioned, not recognized by any promotion, isn't held in any particular esteem by wrestling organizations except as a self-gimmick promotional championship, and doesn't count.
Seriously, at this point, the 24/7 title will build more prestige than this title.
Oh, come on, Taz, do us a favor. Do us all a favor. Taz, get out of the fucking booth. I know you're old. I know you're a little funkier than usual, but for the love of fuck, do me one little solid. One tiny solid. Go back to September 2001, or was it November?
September, I think.
Survivor Series, right?
Oh, no, November.
Yeah, November 2001. Just walk out of that booth, and pretend it's Paul Heyman again.
Oh, God.
How he was demeaning you in front of everyone.
Oh, no.
And just choke the shit out of Chris Jericho, only this time don't let go. Until he actually loses consciousness.
Jesus, dude.
And then take that championship, rip the stupid sticker off of it.
You might want to clean it, too.
Yes, please. Spray it down with disinfectant because Chris Jericho doesn't believe in COVID restrictions. You're going to want to spray that shit down with disinfectant and tell him, for the love of God and everybody and all that's holy, I'm taking this championship back. You're never going to see it again. Fuck you, Chris. You insulted my legacy. Boom. There. Please. I'm asking nicely, Taz. I know you're from Red Hook. I'm from Jackson Heights. I know we're not going to see eye to eye, but please, just channel that energy.
Just do it one more time,
just
man.
Just one last time.
Jeannie Rick has appeared on the Wrestle
Jeannie Rick
Rewind.
is in the chat.
Yay!
Wrestle Rewind.
All right, let's wipe our hands clean of this because now we need to talk about this main event segment. We have to get to it, Juancho, because it is the official AEW Dynamite return.
Do we have to?
Of the scapegoat.
Do we have to?
Jack Perry.
We have to.
We have to.
I hate you. I want a refund, Jose.
Jack Perry.
I want a fucking refund.
Now, let me explain. Jack Perry has been absent from AEW programming since the whole crap that's happened with CM Punk. Since the brawl-in with CM Punk at AEW All-In in August. After
he got bitched out.
After he got bitched out over doing a glass spot on TV, after wanting to do a glass spot on TV.
And he got choked out by a man.
Yeah, CM Punk has already detailed it in his interview with Ariel Helwani.
We don't have to continue that part.
We don't have to continue that part. They kept him off TV, and since that time, Jack Perry has been wrestling for New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he quote tore up his AEW contract,
quote unquote,
during his time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So that was all kayfabe, of course. But now he is returned. He made his return at Dynasty, helping the Young Bucks capture the AEW World Championship. World Tag Team titles.
Yeah, World Tag Team titles after once again burying FTR and making FTR look irrelevant, because why the fuck not? Let's go ahead and diminish these guys because we're jealous of actual talent.
Yeah. So he got on the mic and he admitted that he missed being in the AEW ring for 8 months. And then he immediately called out the CEO, the general manager, and the founder of AEW, Tony Khan.
Seriously?
Yes.
He seriously fucking called Tony Khan out.
Yes. I know. The screenshot's right there.
Not the one I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for what we know is in there, for God's sake. Go on.
Okay. So Jack Perry calls out Tony Khan, and he admits that he tells Tony Khan that that he wants to continue the mission to help change the world of professional wrestling, and he wants to do it together with Tony Khan and with AEW. So yes, this started off as a babyface. It started off as heartwarming, and they both shook hands out of respect. But you know what? This is Tony Khan we're talking about. He doesn't shake hands. He hugs people. Let's crank
whether you want him to or not.
Let's crank that friendship meter up a bit, and let's show Tony Khan hugging, Juan.
Do I have to?
Yes. There we go. Now that's proper Tony Khan embrace right there. And they celebrated. They celebrated in the middle of the ring, and I wish I had a shot of this. Oh, you're looking for it.
I'm looking for it. Shut up! I'm finding it.
Okay.
Yeah. Where is it?
Because there was a shot of him getting. No.
Okay. Well, look. Give me 10 seconds. Fuck it. I'll just grab this one.
Okay.
Thanks, Sportskeeda.
Everything was so fine, so peaceful. We could finally get along with the power of friendship, and just
because that's what AEW is really built on, as far as Tony Khan's concerned. He's not here to make he's not here to make money. He's here to make friends. And let's not fucking kid ourselves. Tony Khan is not here to make money in a professional wrestling promotion. He's here to make friends and to buy friends. And Jack Perry was all too happy to share it with Tony Khan, because Tony is so open and ready to share with Jack.
Oh,
For instance, Jack Perry wanted to share his microphone with Tony directly into Tony's gut.
Let's just say that Tony Khan's going to need to put that money and invest in some first aid. Because, yes, Jack Perry, I swear to God, this is so hilariously ridiculous. Jack Perry assaults Tony Khan, hits him in the gut with the microphone, and the way Tony Khan sells it, it's so weird.
Yeah, okay. All right, Jose, can we do a thing real quick?
Can we?
Can we do a small thing? A small thing, I promise.
Reenactment?
Not a real reenactment, but an actual, an idea of how, if you're a real person being punched in the gut, how does a person normally react when they're being punched in the gut?
Well, they obviously, after they get hit, they obviously exclaim hard, ugh!
Yeah, okay, alright, so, okay, let's just do a thing.
Alright, hang.
Move here. Okay, hi folks, this is Juan Rouse with the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team, the co-host of Wrestle Wrewind, Jose's tag partner, over here. So, you will, okay, we need to back up more because you're fucking tall.
Okay.
Over here, okay? So you're in frame, I'm in frame, hello, here's a microphone.
Don't actually hit me.
I'm not gonna actually hit you.
Alright, go.
I will hit you just like Jack Perry hit Tony Khan. Like a bitch, because Jack Perry hits like a bitch. Okay, if you're a normal fucking person, you double over! If you're a normal fucking person, you double the fuck over! After that, if you're going now, how did Tony Khan react when he was struck in the gut with a microphone? Folks, this part's important.
All right. He gets hit and then he flops backwards like taking a bump. Like,
No,
taking a
hold
weird
on.
bump. I'm not gonna actually fall.
No, I remember because Jack Perry was holding his hand in it too. So he was guiding Tony Khan on how to bump. So Tony Khan went backward. So, like, imagine just taking a fucking bump.
Yeah, like,
And just- no, yeah,
yeah,
backward.
Yeah.
Here. And how did Tony Khan end up? Tony Khan ended up flat backed on the ground instead. Now, if you're a normal fucking person, here, let me help you up. I'm a normal person. I help people up. Thank you. Now, if you're a normal fucking person, if you get actually hit in the gut with something, you double over, right? Like a normal person does.
Yes.
Now, if you want to, why am I trying to talk? Here, you hold on. If you want to, just stay as if you were still doubled over. You're hurting because you're doubled over.
Yeah.
If I want to fucking have you on your back after that, then I could use the microphone and maybe bash on the head over like that, and then fall backward. That would be logical. That would make sense. Am I talking in Yiddish or something?
No, they just work with children who are amateurs.
Yeah, no, I'm old, I'm tired, I'm fucking hurt, and I work with fucking children.
But the silliness doesn't stop there, Juanjo.
Hang on, let me fix the tripod back up.
Okay, go ahead. Oh my god. Now, we're going to get to our thoughts in a bit, folks, but I can't stop chuckling when I saw this segment because after that happened, then the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, and the Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada, the Elite go down to the ring, and at first they're trying to calm everyone down, but Legasp, it's a swerve, bro! As the Young Bucks set up Tony Khan for the Meltzer driver in the middle of the ring, and the Elite with Jack Perry, they celebrate
On the ramp over here.
On the ramp over there. But, yeah, right here. But the biggest like OMG moment was the official AEW.
Not just his official, but there were other AEW officials.
There were other AEW officials. There were referees and wrestlers.
What's her face? Aubrey
Edwards. They were checking up on Tony Khan.
Yeah, she was trying to shoo them away. She's like, "No, get away, get back." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
but then in the closing seconds before the show goes off the air, we get the concerned look of Tony Khan's father!
Shad Khan has made his official AEW on-screen debut, and I
like his look. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, son?
No, I swear to God, he reminds me of, like, fucking Uncle Douglas.
Oh, God!
I would have said Uncle Freddie, who had a mustache, but no, just the surly demeanor of Uncle Douglas, but if he had a mustache.
Oh, my God, look at that! This is so... Okay, I say this in the utmost, and sincerity as possible. This whole segment reeks of good TNA writing back in the mid-2000s.
As in the so good it was bad and it was cringe and fire fucking Vince Russo, that good?
That good? Oh my God!
Help us.
But Tony Khan doesn't know how to bump.
No, he doesn't. He should never bump. He should never be on screen. He should never be in front of civilization as a public figure. Get him away from me.
And while I may take glee and liberty at the expense of the stupid story writing of the final segment of closing out Dynamite, I'm going to hot tag Juan in right now to give a little bit more of his thoughts. Juan?
Oh, okay, so this is my official hot tag
Yep.
time?
Your time is now, Juan. Be like John Cena. Your time is now.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now?
Yes.
It's the franchise boy, I'm shining now? You
Yes.
can't see me, my time is now? Alright, cool. Well,
Hot tag.
hot tag. Give me that. Hey folks, Juan Arouse once again. So, where do I fucking start? When you're in, okay, number one? No. Just no. All of this, everything here in this area, no. Just no. Okay? Makes sense, right? Yeah. Why are you standing over there? Go here with the...
Because I gotta stretch.
Well, you stretch and then just take my seat.
Okay, the answer, yes, you're right. No.
Yeah, just no. None of this here, please. None of this in this box. Okay? I'm trying to here to here that you see in our framing. Just no. Just no. That's number one. Number two, see number one. But number three, this storyline idea couldn't have been more transparent if it was made of goddamn plexiglass. This couldn't have been more obvious than pointing at the sky and in the middle of the day and saying, "Hey, look, the sky is blue." That couldn't have been more. It couldn't have been more obvious than that. And the execution of it couldn't have been lamer and more overdone. Actually, no, not lamer, just more overdone than the execution of Vigo the Carpathian, the scourge of the scourge of Carpathia, the sorrow of Moldavia from Ghostbusters 2. What do you remember what ways they said he was executed?
He was drawn and quartered.
No, there were multiple ways that he was.
Yeah, no, he was stabbed. He was
shot, beheaded, and drawn and quartered and beheaded.
Drawn and quartered and beheaded. Yeah,
that's like 4 different ways of "fuck you, you die." And just like Vigo's disembodied fucking head, still talking afterwards in the guillotine bowl, fucking this shit is not gonna end. This has been more... This is... You see better masturbation at a porno theater. From... like where you see the local perverts just whacking off in their booth or whatever, and you have a little window, and you're trying not to find the ones with the windows because you don't want to watch other guys whacking off. You want to be able to just immerse yourself in your video while you're whacking off on your own. But unfortunately, you ended up stuck in one of the ones where you actually have the window instead of watching the video that you rented. That you're instead watching a guy who's watching another video. And you're in a booth with a one-way mirror, or is it two-way mirror? Point is, one of the one-way mirrors where they can see you, but you can see them. That one, and you're over there, and you can't do anything in there, and it's no refunds. It was the only booth available to you. You couldn't get away from it. You're stuck there. And if you left early, they'll ask you, "Hey, there's something wrong with our merchandise. Maybe you're not that good of a customer after all." And then you get banned for a week. And you're like thinking to yourself, "Why am I getting banned from a porno theater? How did my life come to this? I wasn't trying to watch a local freaking bald dude with a ponytail that's the only piece of hair on him as he's whacking it off to like Big Sweaty Titties Part 9 or whatever the hell." And you can't. And the worst part is he's at an angle where you can't enjoy watching the actual video that he's whacking it off to. So you're stuck sitting in a booth for an hour, watching some other dude whacking it, and you can't even whack it. You're stuck there, and you're thinking over here, "Hey, I've got the DVD player." No, you don't. You can't even see. You're stuck, and you ended up getting so dissatisfied that you leave early and you piss off the owner of the freaking porno theater, and they ban you for a week. It's embarrassing. It's self-degrading. It is absolutely degrading of your soul and degrading of your money, and the masturbation scene wasn't what you were hoping for. And this was more masturbatory than that. By the fucking Young Bucks, by fucking Jack Perry's involvement, and fucking Tony Khan's involvement in all of this. Motherfucker, learn to actually take a bump if you're gonna be in the ring in any way, shape, or fucking form. Please don't. For the record, taking a bump requires more than your fun pixie stick powder. Alright, motherfucker. It requires flat backing. And taking the right kind of bump when it fucking matters. If you're punched in the gut, you still get doubled over and you still get punched in the gut. This just goes to show you, this motherfucker has been so sheltered in his fucking life, he's never taken a gut punch in his life. He honestly believes that if you get punched in the gut, you flat back. That's not how you do this.
Jordan Kirby's on the chat saying, hey, calm down.
I refuse to calm down. I've run out of calm. This hurts. And I want a refund. I didn't pay any money to watch this, but I want my refund! Fuck! God damn it! Take it. No, hold on.
That's my phone.
Nope. There you go.
Hang on, let me put my hat on, because I broke out laughing. All right.
I want my refund so fucking bad.
I know those are hours of those are minutes of your life that you're not going to get back.
I don't have any coffee on me. I had some zero sugar Pepsi and I ran out. That's the really sad part. I'm out of my zero sugar Pepsi.
All right. Well,
man.
Well, it's okay, Juan. We're gonna wipe our hands clean from that Jacksonville Dixie, and we're gonna move on to.
Are you sure?
Yes, because now it's time for some total nonstop action.
At least TNA, yeah.
We're going to talk about this year's annual pay-per-view event, TNA Rebellion, specifically their main event match for the TNA World Championship as the defending champion, representing the system, the dominating champion representing Moose Nation. Moose defends his title against the former WWE superstar, the Wanted Man, Nick Nemeth.
You sent in the chat saying that with this rant, Juancho reminds me of how much I miss video stores and adult rentals. And Objectively Balanced saying has he been drinking out of Tony's cup? No, I drink Glitch Energy, motherfuckers. Except tonight, I didn't top off on Glitch Energy because it's late and I want to get some rest for tomorrow.
Nah, it's okay, man. But by the time this video's finished, Juancho, I swear, if there's going to be a surge of popularity with with adult video stores because of you.
No, I'm not that important. And I'm not talking about adult video stores. I'm talking about adult theaters, okay? Because it's like the adult video stores with the adjoining theaters. Like, hey, you can rent the theater and you can watch a video there and you can have yourself a whack-off. All right?
Yeah.
You can have those. Those exist and they're real, and don't ask me how I know that.
All right, so this year's Rebellion takes place over in Las Vegas, Nevada, baby, and it's power versus speed, experience versus strength. David versus Goliath. Nick Nemeth uses his speed and agility to outmaneuver Moose during the beginnings of the main event match.
Incredibly well-coiffed hair versus bald as fuck.
Thank you. and of course, Moose is flanked.
About Moose and Nemeth, not you.
I know. And then Moose, but also keep in mind, during the main event, Moose is also flanked by his cronies of the system, Alicia Edwards, Eddie Edwards, and the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers. So there's already a 4-on-1 disadvantage during the main event match. And even at one point in the middle of the match, Nick Nemeth is gearing up for the sweet chin music, but then he gets his leg swept under from Alicia Edwards, providing enough of a distraction for Moose to take control of the match. The referee notices the ringside chicanery and then ejects the system from ringside. That means Moose is going to have to continue on all by his lonesome. But, hey, them goes the breaks, right?
Them's the breaks, pal.
Them's the breaks.
Them's the breaks.
So Nick Nemeth was able to regain his composure and then hits an amazing comeback onto Moose. Even at one point, he hits Moose with the super kick to the face, but Moose was able to kick out. Moose, using his awesome power, was able to level Nick Nemeth with a powerbomb in the middle of the ring. But the punishment does not stop there, as both men were continuing to brawl at ringside, eventually making their way up the entrance ramp, where Moose delivered a devastating powerbomb onto Nick Nemeth on the ramp, knocking out one of the cameras that was catching the action.
Right? So, this is insane, and we got no idea how the hell this happened.
And then in the final seconds of the main event, Moose was Nick Nemeth was trying saw victory in his hands, only for Moose to counter one of his moves, and then hitting his spear to pin and retain. Your winner, and still the TNA World Champion, Moose.
God damn it, these dirty fucks! Unbelievable. How the hell are we gonna get out after the system now? Shit. Jordan Kirby was saying, hey, take a nap. I'm gonna take myself a nice, hot, relaxing bubble bath after the show. And then I'm going to try and flirt with the idea of sleeping. I've heard a lot of great things about it. All the kids are doing it. It's the latest craze. Apparently, you close your eyes. Have you heard about this this thing? It's called sleep.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
I've heard about it. I've never really gotten it before. Apparently, you just close your eyes, you stop thinking, and then you lose consciousness on purpose, and then roughly 6 to 8 hours later, you wake up again, and it's the next day.
I don't know, man. I tried to close my eyes one time, and I just noticed, like, everything. The whole world is completely broken.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Speaking of broken... Moose's title celebration was cut short by the return of the former TNA World Champion, that's right, Broken Matt Hardy.
Wonderful! Yes!
Matt Hardy lays out Moose with a twist of fate and closes off the pay-per-view event by holding the TNA World title in his hands.
He holds it aloft upon the prone and unconscious body of the Elk, who is the TNA World Champion.
Indeed. Now, a couple things. Yeah, no, main event match was great. The pay-per-view was awesome. But one little aesthetic thing I want to point out, purple ring ropes, nice touch.
I dig it.
I dig it too.
It's different.
It's been a long time. Last time I saw purple ring ropes was in 205 Live.
Right.
I know, so long ago.
Also, what's his face? Vicente was saying, if Juancho and Jose want to sleep, watch almost any Oli Lomel movie. I don't know who that is, but
I don't know who that is either.
A boring person or something.
Yeah, you're going to have to bring up a movie that they were in to get us a little bit more familiar with it. But, yeah, no, Matt Hardy's back in TNA.
Yay, wonderful.
Now, he did make it clear on social media. He posted on Twitter saying, no, he has not signed a contract. He is still a free agent. He could pop up wherever he chooses.
So that means that the multiverse of professional wrestling is his playground once again.
Which, honestly, it's for the best.
It really is.
There's really I feel like with everything so overbloated and saturated in AEW, there's a ceiling to how far you'll get to go in terms of TV exposure.
Yeah, and it ends up not working out so much, especially with AEW's current ratings that came out, but that's another story for another time. Point is, yeah, I'm glad that Matt Hardy is not exclusive to AEW anymore at all, ever.
And there's also reports that Jeff Hardy's contract with AEW is actually coming up in August.
Please go home, Jeff. Seek help. Continue making your art. Continue making music. But please, for the love of God and all that's holy, we love you. We want you to ride off into the sunset without murdering yourself in the ring. Please and thank you.
All right. Now let's go ahead and talk about this week's edition of TNA Impact. We're now dealing with the fallout from everything that's happened in Rebellion. The show opens up with an opening in-ring segment featuring the wanted man, Nick Nemeth.
I still feel kind of dirty looking at him with his face in this promo photo of him. Because, I know he's got pants on. I know that this is really more of a waist-up shot. But the fact that he's got his jacket open like this, I'm like, is he, what?
You can't help it, man. He's a show-off.
But what is he? Why?
Oh my God!
Nick, please.
So Nick Nemeth will be world champion. I agree with you, Jordan, and I want that to happen.
Same
damn it!
Here, Jordan Kirby. Nick Nemeth is long overdue. Motherfucker deserves world championships left, right, and center.
So Nick Nemeth, he got on the mic, and yeah, he was heartbroken. He felt like he was defeated, that he didn't get a chance to win the world title against Moose. He came off on the losing end, and he was feeling blue during the opening segment.
Dabba-dee dabba-die?
Dabba-dee dabba-die.
Damn.
But alas, someone interrupted the opening segment, and it was none other than the returning Broken Matt Hardy.
Yes. What did the Broken One give in this specific statement here?
All right. So in this statement, Matt Hardy, yes, he was hoping that Nick Nemeth. I know. I'm sorry.
It's a force of habit.
He was hoping that Nick Nemeth would win the TNA World title, but he has made it very clear that he is back in TNA to win the World Championship himself from Moose, and he said that when he wins the World title, he will give Nick Nemeth a chance to fight him for it.
Wonderful.
Wonderful
Okay,
indeed.
nice.
But of course, Matt Hardy and Nick Nemeth were interrupted by the System.
God damn these dastardly, evil, conniving, sinister heels. How dare they interrupt this promo segment?
Specifically, Eddie Edwards had some few choice words to say about Nick Nemeth, calling him a loser and rubbing in his face that he came up short against Moose during their main event match on Saturday.
I believe Matt had something to say about that because it turned out, if I'm not mistaken, that at Rebellion, Nick Nemeth, one of his shoulders wasn't all the way down.
That's right. The match did end with controversy, as when the referee called for the pin, Nick Nemeth's shoulders were not planted on the mat.
And Broken Matt Hardy was the one who to bring that up to them and say, like, no, you misunderstand. Nick never lost the match.
Oh, that's an interesting wrinkle there.
So that championship match is very much contestable, and Nick Nemeth deserves another shot at Moose.
Exactly.
He deserves another shot at the Elk.
But before he gets his hands on the world champion again, Nick Nemeth has challenged Eddie Edwards to the main event match on tonight's edition of Impact, which we will get to momentarily.
Good God.
Not now!
No, I was showing off the match graphic.
Oh, well, yes.
Jesus Christ, that's huge.
That's what happens when I download directly from Twitter.
What the hell is it?
I know. All right, now let's get to the exciting match of the night.
All right, and what would that one be?
That would be...
Oh, yes.
This would be the official TNA Impact in-ring return of the Death Machine, Sami Callihan. And you know what? I don't give a fuck if it was a squash. I don't give a fuck if he steamrolled through these bastards through the good hands like they were nothing. It was still fun to see Sami Callihan back in the goddamn ring. He went to work and cleaned house on the good on the good hands, eventually laying out one of the good hands with the Cactus Driver 97 to pin and win. Fuck yeah, welcome home, Sami Callihan.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I'm really a big fan of the Death Machine. I know we made fun of him in the past with the fucking barbed wire pen, which I still think it's funny as shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still gonna fucking I'm gonna make fun of that too because that was fucking funny.
But I'd be damned I'd be damned if I said that guy bored me to death, because he definitely is not boring at all.
Exactly. Yeah, no, of course. Sami Callihan, like, listen, we like when we have hardcore shit happening, but the hardcore shit's got to make sense. That's why his old tag buddy John Moxley doing everything hardcore all the fucking time is too fucking much. But Sami Callihan, when he wrestles, he can fucking wrestle. When he's hardcore, he can be fucking hardcore. There's a difference. You got to strike a balance. Well, and I don't know about you, but when was the last time John Moxley came out to sign a contract with a barbed wire ballpoint pen?
Never.
Exactly. So Sami Callihan's got him beat on there. What up?
Vicente Guerrero commented saying...
Ole Lamel was a German writer and director who wrote low-rate serial killer movies like Night Stalker in 2009 or Curse of the Zodiac 2007. Both only sort of good for the voiceovers. And yes, for sure, seeing Sami Callihan back home in the Impact.
I've never heard of either one of those movies. I'll have to check them out sometime. But okay then, thank you for educating us there, Vicente.
Yay!
The more we know. All right, now let's move on to the exciting segment of the night. And we get an in-ring segment from the walking weapon himself, Josh Alexander.
Oh, God. The Canadian crippler.
Iron Man.
Thank you, the Canadian Iron Man. I was like, why was I saying the Canadian crippler? That was Benoit. No, the Canadian Iron Man. Fuck yes. Okay, so what is the walking weapon? What has he got to say for us?
All right, Josh Alexander is coming fresh out of his victory against Alexander Hammerstone in their rubber match at Rebellion, which was a last man standing match. He's come out strong at the winning end, 2-1 against his rival, and now he's made it very clear that he has set his sights for the TNA World Championship. He is putting himself back on the road to capture championship gold again, but alas, his promo was interrupted by Frankie Kazarian. I wish I had a picture, but
Really, Kazarian?
Yes.
Dude, you've been up... Kazarian's been up Alexander's ass for forever, since they were still just Impact Wrestling. Dude, why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah, no. Frankie Kazarian got on the mic, and he basically, he was bragging and boasting that he's the next person to be in line because he won his Full Metal Mayhem match against Eric Young, and Josh Alexander pretty much called him out for an impromptu wrestling match right here, right now, which they had in street clothes. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, Josh Alexander won that match.
Yeah, big talk, Callahan. Fuck you.
You mean Frank?
I meant to say Kazarian. Sorry, I was still I'm just happy to see Callahan back.
No, it's okay.
No, fuck you, Kazarian. Take that.
It's all good. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Josh Alexander, he needs to get back on the winning side of things. He needs to get your title back, dude.
Seriously, man.
I love Nick Nemeth, but get your title back, man.
For real, I would prefer, yes, Moose is an intimidating fucking heel of doom. Keep him a little further away from the microphone. But yeah, no, if there's anyone that I really want to see whip his ass, Josh Alexander is right up there. So Nick Nemeth and Josh Alexander would be a badass fucking fight.
Hells yeah, man.
Nemeth works really well in chasing the championship. I do want to see him winning the championship and holding and defending. But it just feels natural for Josh Alexander to be TNA World Champion. But that's just me.
No, I get you. It's all good. But now let's get over to the match of the night. Let's go ahead and show it.
Where was it?
Right down there. Yep. And
this is it?
Yes. And these two women are going to run it back. And this is... Yep, it is a knockouts match. These two women are going to run it back to settle their score. And it's Xia Brookside going one-on-one against Ash by Elegance.
With her personal concierge. He doesn't even have a name. He's just personal concierge.
I know.
At least what's-his-face fucking Tony Storm's fucking butler. What's his fucking name again?
Luther.
He's got a name. This dude's just the concierge. Fuck you, concierge. You don't even get a name. Fuck you, buddy.
The match wasn't horrible. The match was okay. I thought that the only thing that was kind of clunky was Ash's selling, like her movements and the way she sells her moves and in the ring. It kind of felt like she was kind of hesitating for a second, you know?
Okay,
you
Dana,
get.
You've been around the block. You know what's up. Was this stage fright? What's going on?
I have no idea.
She's been doing all right up to now. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, she's been doing all right. I kind of felt like the pace was slowed down. It was kind of a little bit clunky. Like, it wasn't anything bad, but the match wasn't anything spectacular. In the final moments of the match, Ash by Elegance tried to cheat by getting in, these luxurious, brass knuckles or rings or whatever. And then she tries to show it off at the referee, oh, look at my jewelry. And that was enough for Xia Brookside to distract, for her to get distracted. Xia Brookside rolls up Ash by Elegance and steals a victory. And handing Ash by Elegance her first loss in TNA. Your winner, Xia Brookside.
Seriously? Okay, that is even more fucking
That's
cheap.
The only entertaining thing about it was that Ash lost in hilarious fashion.
No, but the way that she lost, hey, I'm going to cheat with my brass knuckles, but they're not just any kind of brass knuckles. They're bedazzled and they're bejeweled and they're as elegant and as luxurious and as stunning as I am. Behold, referee, this is what I am going to use in order to cheat and win. You cannot stop me, for this is too elegant for you. Because this is too beautiful for you. How dare you? Oh shit! Why am I looking at the lights?
And honestly, I don't have a clip of it to show Ash by Elegance's reactions after her loss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a reenactment of how she behaved.
Okay, so do I have to readjust the camera again?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Okay, hold on. Hang on.
Yeah, shoot me from the floor, yep.
Okay.
All right. Are we good?
We're good.
And you're going to have to point the mic at me to catch my audio while you're doing this. Ah! Why did I lose? I want my win! Give me now! Was that whiny enough?
And scene. That's fucking embarrassing, man.
Yep, channeling
That's not so elegant of her at all, is it?
channeling the spirit of Christian from WWE 2002. She was whining and complaining in the middle of the ring.
She was doing crybaby Christian shit, man. Is there a statute of limitations when it comes to gimmick infringement?
Oh my god. Well, you know what? The gimmick is like 2 decades old. I'm pretty sure Christian Cage is more concerned about her father than he is about having his gimmick stolen.
Here's a spoiler alert, folks. The personal concierge is her father, and that's why he doesn't have a name. Because Christian killed him. Christian Cage killed him, and now he's back.
Oh!
How's that for a plot twist?
Oh, that's evil, Juan. Come on, dude.
Vicente saying Josh is 2-0 in matches where both guys wore street clothes. Before beating Kazarian, Josh squashed Cone. In less than 2 minutes, Cone wore jeans and cowboy boots. Ha!
Right. All right, but now thankfully there were no bad segments tonight on Impact, but we do have one honorable mention, and this one got a chuckle out of me. On tonight's edition of Impact, and it was split up in different segments, there was, I kid you not, show them. There was a ballot box battle, and what is that
to determine who would be the new number 1 contender for Mustafa Ali's X Division Championship. So basically, instead of having like a battle royal, instead of having a match, instead of having a tournament, bro, Mustafa Ali's big idea is I will have everyone who is in the TNA roster, they're going to cast their ballots and they're going to vote for who should be the number 1 contender.
Yes. And
so you actually had backstage segments of TNA wrestlers going in the back and putting a little note in into a ballot box with Mustafa Ali and his goons squad of personal security from the FBI or whatever the fucking presiding over it.
It was so weird. It was so funny, and they put their votes in. And it looked like freaking Trey Miguel got the most of the votes, but then there was another argument that the other guy, Chris Bay, was getting all the votes too. So now they can't trust the system, like they can't trust the voting system. It's kind of like real politics, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could say it's a fake elections, rigged votes.
It's fake news.
No, obviously
no, obviously not.
Fuck that.
So
it's dirty trade. Don't listen.
So Santino Marella, being the director of authority that he is pretty much said that since the integrity of the ballots cannot be is called into question, these 2 men, Trey Miguel and Chris Bay, will battle it out next week on Impact, and whoever wins will challenge for the X Division title at Under Siege.
Bay and Trey, shit.
Yeah.
Bay and Trey, yay.
And Mustafa Ali did not like this, but hey man, what are you gonna do? Your system's rigged.
Your system doesn't work, Mustafa. Especially when you have people working with you in order to rig your vote.
Oh my god. I know I've said this many times. I love this new character of Mustafa Ali.
And Jordan Cribb was asking, how y'all feel about Becky Lynch becoming the new Women's World Champion? Fan or not?
Honestly, I think it's for the best.
Yes.
Because right now, if you look at the rest of the Raw Women's roster, no one is at that same level that they need to be world champion. And only Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch are in that level.
Yeah, they're up in that rarefied air area. And yes, other ladies have been showing off their badassedness. Yes, we can see whenever we have women who are either super athletic or super entertaining. I'm looking at you, Chelsea Green, who's her whole fucking thing is basically being like an obnoxious little Karen kind of character, but not in a Karen way, in a fucking like whiny heel way. But, however, you need to strike that right balance, and Becky and Rhea have got that locked down for now. So yes, I'm glad and I'm happy for Becky Lynch.
Hells yeah,
the man's the champ.
Indeed. But now let's get to the main event of this week's edition of TNA Impact, and it is Nick Nemeth going one-on-one against Eddie Edwards. Now, unfortunately, I was running back and forth, so I wasn't able to catch the entirety of the match, but Juan was kind enough to watch a little bit for me.
I wasn't able to watch.
Okay, so I'm
trying to work on this. So
all right,
Pick up what you.
All right, I'll pick up what I know. So Nick Nemeth was started off early. He's a keg of gunpowder from the beginning. Goes unleashes his offense on Eddie Edwards, and Eddie Edwards, using the advantage of the numbers game with the system at ringside, provides using ringside chicanery, was able to cheat when the situation presented itself. And when Eddie Edwards got control of the match, I kid you not, and this is so bad, the fans of Las Vegas were chanting, You can't wrestle.
Ah, yeah, no fucking hell. That was so rude. That was so mean, but in the best ways.
My God.
God damn.
You know you're in trouble if fans are yelling that to you. Like, they've said that about John Cena. They've yelled that at Randy Orton. They've yelled at so many other wrestlers I can't think of, but it's very bad when people say that.
Right? It's a fucking problem at this point. So, yeah, I'm worried. I'm fucking worried.
We got a superplex spot during this match, courtesy of Nick Nemeth, but then Eddie Edwards was once again able to regain control and hit the Tiger Driver, but Nick Nemeth was able to kick out after 2. And then when Nick Nemeth was able to turn this match back around, it looks like he was about to hit his finishing move, the Danger Zone. He then gets blindsided by the system at ringside with the referee's back turn. This allowed just enough of a distraction for Eddie Edwards to hit the Boston Knee Party to pin and win. Your winner, Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards has pinned Nick Nemeth, handing him his second loss.
In TNA.
TNA.
And it didn't end there. Unfortunately, the system wouldn't be a proper heel faction without a proper heel beatdown.
Absolutely. You see, Nick Nemeth committed the crime of trying to challenge Moose for the world title, so adequate punishment must be dealt by the system.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Wait, they fucking wrapped the chair
around his neck.
What the fuck, man?
They wrapped a chair around Nick's neck, and then Moose used another chair and slammed it onto Nick Nemeth, not hurting his neck in the middle of the ring.
Son of a bitch! That's rude.
And in the final seconds of the show, Speedball Mike Bailey, Trent Seven, and eventually Nick's brother Ryan Nemeth, who was at ringside, all ran down to the ring to come to the aid of Nick Nemeth as the system stands strong to close the show.
God damn it, not again. These fuckers. The absolute fuckery, the chicanery of these guys.
I know, it's so ridiculous. And that's pretty much it. Juan, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so my final thoughts. The go-home show of TNA Impact was definitely fun. I'm happy that Sami Callihan was able to return. I'm happy that Sami Callihan was able to return and kick ass like he normally does. The knockouts match between Xia Brookside and Ash was but I'm happy that Xia Brookside was able to get the win and hand Ash her first L in TNA.
It was funny the way she fucking did it, but also at the same time, like you said, apparently Ash, she was not on her A game here. Was it because she was like? Do you think she just got like a thing?
She got too cocky.
No, you said no.
Oh, no. Oh, I thought you meant the final moments.
Not the moments, not the angle. I'm talking about the actual in-ring work.
The actual in-ring work? I don't know. I think she needs more time polishing.
But how much more polishing does she need?
I don't know. But Josh Alexander, I'm happy that he's finally moving on and he's finally going to go back on track to capture the world title again. And as for Nick Nemeth, I hope he doesn't go down a downward trajectory, losing to Moose and then losing to Eddie Edwards tonight.
The system have been running roughshod all over Nick Nemeth, and now this fucking chair attack. What the fuck did they do to my poor boy?
Yeah, I know. I just hope that Nick Nemeth is still in the world title picture. Now,
same here. I don't know how Matt Hardy's going to figure into this, but goddamn, man.
Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, I'm sorry, I really don't like the best friends angle. I thought that really fell flat to me, and so did the closing angle. Yes, I had a big laugh at, I had a chuckle at because of how weird and how uncoordinated Tony Khan is in selling. But it was still very self-fellatiating. It was self-fellatiating. And I did not, I'm going to be honest, I didn't enjoy the rest of that closing segment because it was the Elite and Jack Perry putting themselves over, and I didn't like them.
It's more of the fucking stupidity of these guys.
It's the whole stupidity of it. But everything else was solid. I enjoyed the women's match with Mina Shirakawa. She had a great showing on AEW. The Swerve's match against Kyle Fletcher was pretty pedestrian. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to move on to better matches as the world champion.
Swerve deserves a much better match set up over this cold fucking thing.
Also, we've said this many fucking times. Jericho needs to get out of the ring. He needs to get away from TV. They need to pull him from the ring. He is doing a disservice to AEW by just showing up and just peddling the same.
Having this level of creative control is fucking gross. I remember how he used to shit on Hulk Hogan for having creative control clause. That doesn't work for me, brother. And now fucking Jericho.
Fast forward decades later, he's doing the same shit.
Doesn't work for me, baby.
And it's nothing new. It's shit we've already seen before in the past.
It's rinse and repeat.
It's rinse and repeat. Please, Jericho, get the hell off TV, dude. Seriously.
Go away.
Yeah.
This isn't, oh, we hate your character, or oh, we hate your gimmick. We can tell this is you throwing your ego around. Stop. Go the fuck away, you silly old fuck, and take your COVID shot, you idiot.
Now, week 1 of NXT Spring Breakin was so exciting.
You're saying it normally this time.
Hey, I did say Spring Breakin.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was exciting. They started off strong with the women's triple threat match. They ended strong with the main event NXT Championship match. They had great matches in between. I enjoyed the beach brawl. Sol Ruka was definitely the right choice to go over in this match. And I can't wait to see what happens next. Well, actually, we'll get to that. But, the segment with the contract signing for the NXT Underground match, that was fun, especially seeing Shayna Baszler back in NXT. I'm happy for that. And everything else was also pretty good. There was a 6-man tag match between the D'Angelo family that destroyed the No Quarter Catch crew. And yeah, Lexis King versus Baron Corbin, heel versus heel. That was weird, but you know what? Lexis King was the right guy to win.
Does Corbin really count as a heel anymore?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think he's leaning more tweener, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think so.
But nevertheless, great Spring Breakin', and yeah, once again, Trick Williams is a hell of a great wrestler, and he's going to be one hell of a champion. Bank on it.
Whoop that Trick.
Hells yeah. Now,
Dave being an idiot.
Yeah, now, a couple of announcements before we wrap up. I know we're going a little overtime, folks, and I apologize.
A little?
I know. So this Saturday, we will continue Los Amigos Play at 5 p.m. Eastern right here on Youth Band Kip. Well, we will continue the playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, where I'm going to be at the helm. And I'm definitely not going to screw things up for everybody. I mean, there's not a single time where I got the controller and screwed the pooch. No, sir, not me. Oh God. Thank you for that. And of course, tune in to next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind. We're going to have a special edition because we're going to take a break from our regular format and we're going to cover the entirety of this year's WWE draft.
I would like to, for the record, simply say I think we should continue our normal coverage and sprinkle in some extra stuff about the draft because there's going to be more shit happening on NXT, Dynamite, and Impact. That's just my opinion. That's just my vote.
Okay, I'll consider it. I'll think about it. But for now, Juan, plug us away.
Okay.
Because I'm ready to go to sleep.
So am I. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody in between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona! As he reviews for you the best and the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That's WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Miles, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. I'm your host, Jose Casabona. Well, actually, for Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and this is Wrestling.